Hey there! Hey, if you're here, you're on the right channel. Welcome to Ham Radio. We're going to start shortly. You might want to grab a cold one, grab yourself a little bit of a beverage, and just stick around. I'm sure it's not going to be too long now.
Hey, I'm here too, you know. Do everything that guy says. And we'll be on just shortly.
Hey there! Hey, if you're here, you're on the right channel. Welcome to Ham Radio. We're going to start shortly. You might want to grab a cold one, grab yourself a little bit of a beverage, and just stick around. I'm sure it's not going to be too long now.
Hey, I'm here too, you know. Do everything that guy says. And we'll be on just shortly.
Hey there! Hey, if you're here, you're on the right channel. Welcome to Ham Radio. We're going to start shortly. You might want to grab a cold one, grab yourself a little bit of a beverage, and just stick around. I'm sure it's not going to be too long now.
Hey, I'm here too, you know. Do everything that guy says. And we'll be on just shortly.
Hey there! Hey, if you're here, you're on the right channel. Welcome to Ham Radio. We're going to start shortly. You might want to grab a cold one, grab yourself a little bit of a beverage, and just stick around. I'm sure it's not going to be too long now.
Hey, I'm here too, you know. Do everything that guy says. And we'll be on just shortly.
Hey, why is that so close?
It's gonna back up. I didn't adjust the other one. We keep adjusting shit, bro. There
Great
you
production
go.
value we have now. It adjusted. God damn it. Welcome to Ham Radio. Of course, it's not a fucking Ham Radio if it doesn't start with some sort of glaring issue when it comes to production value and fixing it. What are you looking at?
What? I can't look at your beautiful eyes?
No, you were looking at something that makes me assume that there's something wrong.
No.
I hate whenever it comes to something that you want to tell me in the show. You're always you do a couple signs that really annoy me. The first one is
what? Breathing.
This one. Instead of going, no, I would not like to talk about that. You go. I'm like, what's that even mean? I'm like, okay.
Yeah, you know what that means.
But you brought it up. But you're like, why don't you just address it? Like, we're here trying to be transparent.
You bring it up.
Well, I brought it up because, again, the point of the show is that we're being transparent, Daniel. And then the other one you do is like, you do this and you go, the audio on my side. Not hearing the audio.
I've never done that
I
one.
can't hear the, what do you...
I've never done that one.
So you do that quite often. And I'm like, you could just talk, You could just talk. It's expected, I think, within the...
What are people... Like, why does it seem that we always have issues on the show?
I have issues. You seem to be happy with, letting go. Show yourself here. We're here at Yumi Studios, Florida, with the co-host Daniel. I'm here. We're enjoying a nice $15 Maker's Mark.
Sponsored.
That's not the way it works. Nice discount, by the way.
Yeah, $15 for the bottle. We should have gotten two.
We should have.
We should because
I should have.
And then we should put it in a decanter and lie it about being something fancier than what we're drinking.
That's the equivalent of getting a cigar bent from like a really expensive cigar and then putting it on those cigars that are rolled by the tourist traps. That's one of my favorite things, going down A Street. A Street is a very popular tourist attraction here. Even though I want to say 10 years ago, any part of A Street you would get shot
or have prostitution.
Yeah, lots of hookers. I haven't seen a lot of hookers now
because you got to go past. I think it's past Lejeune.
The Executive Motel.
Yeah, there you go. Mm-hmm. By the cemetery. That's where all the night crawlers.
That's the motel with the mirrors on the $5 deposit and the remote. And if you don't bring back the remote, they charge you for the $5.
$25.
Well, $25 for 3 hours.
Look at you, bro. Yeah, but, look at you knowing these things.
But what was I going to tell you? But I haven't seen a lot of hookers anymore on A Street. A Street used to be even where the whole tourist.
Right here. Well, this place was a fucking right here by the house was a spot back in the day. But now there's a Porsche. Yeah. There's a Porsche dealer right next to it. It's fancy, the hookers. The night crawlers got to move. Got to move down the street a little bit.
We're pushing them. We're pushing them through raising of rent prices. That's how we do it.
It's expensive now. It's
well,
probably like $100 for like an hour over there, man.
Okay, for a hooker without teeth. My favorite bit is seeing tourists over here, because all the tourist spots are about like a mile that way.
Bro.
And they're here, yeah.
Because technically that spot right there is the Calle Ocho, like the beginning of Calle Ocho. Yeah, and it has those two murals right there. The bank, the Ocean Bank, and the one that says "Welcome to Little Havana," whatever it is, or Calle Ocho.
I always bitch about tourists, and then whenever I go to a city that I'm not familiar with, I do everything that a tourist does. So I'm there like, wow, take a picture of the street sign. Take a picture. Look at the. Yeah, you are annoyed by
doing tourist shit.
Any inconvenience to you is a major deal.
Yeah, bro.
Just based on that. Oh my God,
I'm American. I expect to be inconvened or not inconvened. Or convened?
You convened, yeah.
Convened? Yeah, there you go. See?
You were...
I got some FCAP words up my sleeve.
Reading the Merriam-Webster. The Merriam-Webster dictionary here before we started here. But today we have an action-packed show. We're going to talk a little bit about drama in the magic community. Specifically, this Nicholas Lawrence Sans Minds bit that just came to my desk, pretending as if that's a thing. But
moments ago.
Yeah, but this has been beef that's been ongoing with Nicholas Lawrence and Sans Minds. But we're going to talk about it today, which is why this is called the extra virgin or extra virgin olive oil, because we're going to get deep in magic today.
Yeah, my favorite.
Also, Brian, you're here. You sent a picture earlier, and I want to talk a little bit about that because I find that really funny. And then, obviously, Illusionist made an oopsie, and I think we're going to talk about that as well. Because
80% of our content are Illusionist whoopsies.
No, I mean it's been a while. They haven't made an oopsie in a while, and we're legally not allowed to talk about oopsies that they make because of certain funding that they sent to our PayPal's. Not taxable. Just keep that in mind. All right, it was sent with the taxes in mind here. Okay, and you're doing that bit again. Okay.
Well, Brad Christian is one of the greatest human beings of all time. So.
And if you want to leave a voicemail, you could always go to anchor.fm/hamradioshow and leave a voicemail there. The link is in the description below. We actually have a couple voicemails from the previous week where we're talking to Peter Turner.
Peter Turner? the greatest mentalist of all times.
He deals with mantles. That's his profession. He's a professional mentalist.
He's a mentalist.
I don't know how they gave you a license.
Fish and chips. Well, actually, that I never told you the story of that.
No.
The shade, bro. I think if I can get a license, that's the shadiest place to get a license. My friend's mom over there, told me who to call.
Okay.
And she called for me, talked to them, and all I had to do was like, I drove in, you know that shopping center right by FIU.
Okay. Yeah.
I drove there and I passed.
Okay, but it was with somebody that does those tests.
I mean, I guess so. It was a lady. That lady was like, "Don't fucking chip off the fucking shit off that cup because I see you already."
This one is not wax. This is 100% not wax. This is rubber.
It is wax. It is wax.
No, this is rubber.
No, this is wax.
Okay, so the difference, Daniel, here. If I peel this, it breaks. Like if I turn this, you see how it snaps?
Oh my God, you're breaking a valuable piece of fucking.
Okay, but this is wax. Here, if I spin this,
because it's cold, so it's like hard.
No,
don't break my cups,
it's not
man.
wax,
I paid $1 for that shit, bro.
You paid less than $1. I think you paid less than $1 for all 4 cups.
you were with me that day.
Yeah, I know. We went to a trashy store here. But what was I going to tell you? Okay, but that's shady. I what I do like is the shadiness of the DMV in terms of them giving a license to absolutely anybody. Because when you go there, you see a bunch of young people, like a bunch of young, like 17-year-olds that are shaking because they're nervous. And then the other one you see are old ladies that are for some reason retaking tests because their license expired.
Being allowed to take the test.
Yeah, but what the crazy thing is that if you told them to act their age, they would die. You know, like these aren't chipper. These aren't chipper old people. These are old people that are about to die, and they're the ones that are allowed to drive. But hold up. So why are they at the DMV? They already have licenses, right? So
you gotta get I think you gotta get it renewed every so often. And
I think after a certain age, you're required to renew it.
You think so?
I think so. I think so.
I honestly don't know.
I
didn't do my writing exam.
That's a travesty. You didn't do the written exam?
No.
So you didn't even have to do the drug test shit.
Drug test? Oh, I definitely would have failed.
No, it's a physical test that you write down. Like it's a drug test, like a written test. You didn't do that? What the fuck?
Here is the scam. Here's the scam. I actually got my permit. So I got my permit at 15 because in my high school, they taught. It's not. Shut up, bro.
Okay.
In my high school, you have driver's ed.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So I passed driver's ed. Phenomenal. We cheated off our shit. Like my shit was, we cheated.
Everyone does.
So what it is they give you a piece of paper. With that piece of paper, you would go to the DMV.
Okay.
And they'd give you your permit.
Okay.
Okay. And then I think at the time it was either 6 months or a year that you have to drive with the permit. And then you qualify for your license.
Yeah, with your father.
Yeah, I never, like my parents. As soon as they're like, dude, you're not gonna get a license till you can get it your damn self.
And then upon your turning 18, you bought a shotgun, cigarettes, and
I bought a shotgun.
Yeah,
I imported a Skyline from Japan, and I bought a shotgun. I got my license, and then I imported a car from Japan.
And you bought a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember Marlboro Lights.
I was gonna tell you, look like a Paul guy, like a Paul Mall. Is that what they're called? What are they called? Paul Malls?
Parliaments?
No. It's like
I love Parliaments.
Okay.
I don't like cigarettes. I'm not a fan of cigarettes. But if you give me a Parliament, I'll smoke a Parliament, dude. That's a fucking good cigarette.
That's an atrocity.
That's a Jersey. That's a New Jersey fucking cigarette.
This is the extent of my virginity here.
You went loco, bro.
I now bought a travel humidor for my cigars. The reason for this is because
for your sticks.
How am I gonna be able to go around with the stick? Which is the best humidor for my needs? Right. That's what I'm always questioning.
Also, the part that I find hilarious is I gave you a fantastic leather looking.
That's funny.
I don't think it's real. I think that is leather, but I gave you a nice little leather fucking carrying case. You're like, nah, bro, it's not good enough for my.
Well, the problem with that one, Daniel, is that it's not airtight. So unfortunately, if I do put a humidification packet in there, it's going to get really dry really quickly because there's no protecting it from the ambience. So I needed to get something that's airtight. I could throw this in a river. All right. I could throw this in a river here.
We should definitely try that.
Does that say...
I'm here to get reefered.
Does that say Akbar? Oh, reefered. Okay. Yeah, that's a good reference to interaction we had at 7-Eleven.
That's a good one. That should be the word of the day, reefered.
That's a narc, man. That's a narc.
That guy was a narc.
If you are a narc, you're going to call it reefer. You're like, there's an account on...
Well, if you're a narc from the 70s, you're going to call it a reefer.
Okay. Or, I mean, no, that's how people would call it in the 70s.
Or that's how deep that guy's been on the cover since the 70s, bro.
You see what I mean by intentional humor? Like this is what I wanted to do today was show videos of gator poon, but I didn't put in the show notes just to kind of show the type of comedy that you have. Like it's improvisational style comedy, but without any skill. Humor. Without any humor. That's what you do. You're like, oh man, yeah, let me kind of like riff on this, but your riffing is the equivalent of my family member talking,
which I've never heard.
The joke is that he can't talk because of a disease. Is that a disease?
I don't think it's a disease.
Disorder.
Well, mental
disorder.
Yeah. Okay. It's not called disease. It's called disorder now?
No, well, it's never been called a disease in that case. Well, disorder is it has a different definition than disease. So disorder is...
But shout out to Robert, bro. We all love that guy.
It's not Robert, but okay. What was I was going to say? Reefer? No. There's a Twitter account called Not a Cop. I don't know if they're around still, but they what it is that they post like certain things, like whenever somebody posts like a drug-related post, they'll comment or they'll say, hey, where did you guys get this? You know, just for asking for a friend or whatever. But the account is called Not a Cop, right? So it's always like a narc. So it's like, oh, that's interesting. That's a nice marijuana cigarette. Where'd you guys get that? I would like to procure a marijuana cigarette for me as well.
Dude, have you spoken to a younger lad, a chap, about like weed? I don't understand the lingo, bro.
Yeah, because
you trying to get a dub? A what?
You know why? Because they're doing it based on popular SoundCloud songs right now.
I don't get it. Every time that I speak to my nephew about that shit, I don't understand what I'm like, dude.
We're too old for this, man.
Talk to me in regular human and on how much marijuana you want. And I got you, fam.
What's a written drug test, says Geraint Jones. Well, unfortunately, that's what I thought when I was younger. I'm like, wait, how do you take a drug test written?
Here's a reefer. Do you want to smoke it? Yes or no?
No, they ask you about the effects of drinking and driving. And they ask
it makes it more fun.
Yeah, it makes it on hard mode. They ask you like a bunch of questions that are related to the process, right? But not like actual, like they don't have you piss in a cup. Could you imagine how many the amount of people that would not get licenses? What's this couple jogging here? This is what looks like to be
ooh,
right? Her face is
no, that's a keep working on the squats, girl.
Okay, why?
That's a flat bottom.
That's a flat butt. Okay.
Not a fat bottom girls like Queen.
We were talking about this today, or I was bitching at you because you have two modes. You have one mode that you are like, listen, all right, every single woman needs to be appreciated for the qualities they have, okay?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how they look. They should all be treated equally. They all should earn your respect, all right? They all should be worshipped for their different shapes and sizes, all 100%. Right? And then you have other modes. You have another mood where it's like, her nose has like a thing on it. And like, I don't want to even look at her. Dude, she could have like perfect tits and an amazing ass. But her nose is fucked up.
Oh, I would never say that.
No, I don't like that.
I would never say that.
Yeah, but those are the two extremes you have. You have one that's like, listen, women of all shapes and sizes.
There goes to show you that you don't listen to me.
Yeah, okay. You're right. I made a mistake. Usually, she could have not a face. She could have literally a burnt face. Like she survived.
And have a banging body. That's a hitter.
Okay, but you have two extremes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at. And your extremes...
Well, because I don't body shame people, dude.
When you're not in a mood.
I didn't body shame that woman. I just said that she has a flat bottom. That's not body shaming.
That's body shaming.
No, it's not. I didn't say it was an ugly flat. Are you saying that? Hold on. Flat bottom's not shaming somebody. Saying an ugly bottom or disproportionate bottom. You know, I'm not talking bad about it. I'm saying it's just a flat bottom. Okay. Just like I can say that's a big booty girl. That's a flat booty girl. That's nothing wrong with that.
I feel like that's still shaming, technically, because you're drawing attention to something that she has that's inadequate compared to...
I never said it was a bad fat...
Implying?
You're
implying, man.
You know what to say about assumptions, bro.
You got implying.
You know what to say about assumptions, bro.
What do they say, Daniel? Spell it.
It makes an
ass. Like that. Every time somebody says spell it. Spell it. See, there you go.
That should be the word of the day.
RB. She needs to do squats. I don't body shame.
RB, whose side are you on, bro? I'm gonna fucking put you on timeout.
What I like is that you contradicted yourself within.
I was hoping nobody caught that.
A millisecond. It's like it's not even like you waited a minute. It's man, I don't body shame. She should do squats. I get instant. That's the word that I find. Hot guys judging girls.
Damn right.
Yeah, we should do a video. Well, that's what I thought we should do a video where the subject, you know, like would be obvious, right? Like, oh, we're gonna go to somewhere, but the point of the video is that we just rate girls.
Yeah.
So we just rate them. Like, oh, what would you rate that one? 2.8, 4.7. Like at the protest, right? when we went to the protest, instead of going there and seeing what it is, we should have actually just been like 4.8, 6.2.
But the smell on that one,
7.1.
It was kind of funky at that shit.
Definitely funky. It smelled like onion soup, you know, like it smelled like a cabbage.
No comment.
Okay. I gotta preempt it with ooh wee. Look at that flat bottom.
I don't know. I don't think I said it like that.
That's what is that? Mr. Poopy Butthole, right? From,
I feel like we've been sweating all day.
Yeah, because
right?
we sat outside.
Oh my God.
We were oppressed and we sat outside.
Yeah.
And that was a decision you made because you didn't want to catch the Rona.
Well, I also thought we were gonna be sitting in the opposite side of where we sat,
where they have fans.
Yeah, because I parked my car. I'm thinking, fuck it, I'm not gonna pay for parking. I'll park right there, and I could visualize the meter maid coming through. But they sat us literally in the fucking hottest corner of fucking Flanagan's.
I picked that. I picked that seat.
Damn you, piggy.
Yeah, I picked that seat because I thought, you know what, that's fine. That's
not even the high tops. You know what I'm saying? Where we're elevated from the concrete floor. No, okay, bro, that's cool.
Yeah, what I hate about high tops is I always have to do a little hop.
That you're short.
Yeah.
And you're scared of heights.
You see, if you would have listened and waited, you would have seen me say that already.
Yeah, so but I want to say it first.
I had to hop to get to. I said it first. So you just because you were like, I'm going to say this regardless of what he says. I'm going to barrel through this, which is I think the way we were talking about sex earlier today. You're just like, I'm going to get to what I need to do and then screw everything else. I think that's one of the things that we mentioned today. But Brian sent this picture. Right, and I think we should have a weekly segment called Weekly Magic Cringe, right? What I should have done
was you should have. God damn. You see,
I know.
If only you put this much effort, bro. Brian said it yesterday, bro.
You're right. Instead of
you need to match up to my level of shit, bro.
Okay, so this is how I know that you're a retard, okay? Because I made a title for a certain word of the day that we're waiting for somebody to say the word of the day, or words of the day, because it's 2 words.
Ooh,
so that was something. And then after I made that and went to the effort while you were taking a power nap.
Yeah.
While I did that, then you said, man, if only you put this much effort for other things. Like what? Like what? Like put effort for this for what?
Primarily would be a good example of all the fucking banger skits that I want to do.
Okay. So effort by you is defined as
doing what I want you to do.
Yeah, shitty ideas that you come up with. Jesus fucking Christ. Weekly Magic Cringe. Your very first deck. Your very first deck. Your very first deck. Do you know what that's a reference to? What's my first video?
What was your first video?
My first video was your very first deck.
Nice. Which was about what?
Huh?
Which was about what?
Your very first deck.
Nice. Which was?
Dude, I'm going to take my shirt off.
What was it? Which deck was it, bro?
It was a bicycle deck. The purpose of the video was me showing you how to grow your own deck. That was the purpose of the video.
Oh, I remember that video.
And
that's a classic.
I had a little song that was like, your very first deck. So we're going to have a little segment called Weekly Magic Cringe, and this was a part of it. I blurred out the name. Can they see this? No.
Not yet. You want me to do it?
Yeah. So on your very professional Google Drive, right? I could have had this and like, open up the app. So this is the Weekly Magic Cringe, I want to say. And I blurred out the name just for the sake of anonymity here. I did leave the profile picture because the profile picture, I think, says a lot about this particular individual. And are they seeing us now?
Yes.
Okay. Now, mind you, a lot of people would say like, hey, why are you punching down? You know, that was the issue that Ramsey got into when he made fun of other magicians and had that whole video about like, you know, criticizing other magicians, punching down. Now I'm punching up, all right, because I'm short, so I'm punching up. So whenever you say like, "Oh, you're just taking advantage," I'm punching up. Okay, I'm not punching down as from my unoppressed stature. I'm punching up because I'm the one here. All right, that's oppressed. So it says, anyone else use card tricks or magic to flirt with their significant other? I just did a smooth card switch.
Ooh.
And then here's the thing, though. Do you know how you know somebody's asexual?
How?
They tell you.
Yeah.
Do you know how someone's a vegan?
How?
They tell you.
Yeah.
Right.
That's about right.
So that's how you know. Like, yeah. Do you guys have Maker's Mark? Yeah. Is it vegan?
No. The best one is and where it was grown. Yeah. Were the trees happy?
Were the trees happy?
You know.
Were they cage-free chickens that you guys are using? In
there's some restaurants that tell you about the chicken, bro.
Yeah.
The farm it came from, the age, what it ate. How it spent its time. Can you imagine that job?
That's funny. I don't want to. I don't want to know about the chicken that I'm eating.
I do.
I don't want to know about.
Was that
chicken.
bitch fucking gangster or what, dog?
Yeah, and I'm eating now a thing that was.
Damn, Tyrone, this was good. That's the name of the chicken.
That's the name of the chicken.
Yeah.
That's racist.
That's not racist. It's chicken. Chickens have no race.
Okay, but
chickens aren't protected by our race laws.
Okay, I understand that, but you called the chicken Tyrone. Why would you call the chicken?
I could name an animal anything I want.
Yeah, but you didn't call it Trevor, Brendan. You said Tyrone.
I like Tyrone. Tyrone's a great name.
Yeah,
I would name my child Tyrone if my girlfriend let me.
Man, you keep talking that sort of lingo, man. You might get canceled. You know, you might get canceled a little bit, man. You're out here calling chickens Tyrone. Why is it because they like chickens, Daniel?
The chickens like chickens? No, bro.
I meant the blacks, but so here's the part that's cringe about this, right? The part that's cringe about this is the descriptions of his moves. It's not the asexual part, even though that's debatably cringe. That's debatably.
That's
cringe.
weird.
Okay, you're gonna let me talk. Okay,
sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I knew that was. A joke
I didn't mean to interrupt you. Sorry about that.
See, I know your level of humor so much that I anticipated that as a joke. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna say something. He's gonna interrupt me because his joke or his humor peaked at Dumb and Dumber.
Oh, so come on, dude. That's a compliment. Thank you, dude.
It didn't go anywhere past
That's a fucking compliment. That's a fantastic movie.
It's a compliment in 1996.
Want to hear the great... No, what is it? Want to hear the most annoying sound in the world? You know, come on, dude. Come on, bro.
It's about two retards. Cross country.
Fantastic retards.
Okay.
First of all, don't say retards.
I could say retard. Because I deal with one on an almost daily basis. So I did a smooth card switch.
Are you calling me a retard?
She's asexual. And so I showed her the Queen of Hearts and told her she was the Queen of my heart. And then flipped the card seamlessly to the Ace of Spades to say she was also the ace up my sleeve. Can I do this? I could do this. So this is how he did it. This is what he did. So I imagine that he told the girl, you're not going to be able to hear me because... I'm going to stand up when I say this, right? So here's what he did. So let's see, smooth, right? So he goes.
Ooh, he just did a DL, guys.
Fuck, I fucked it up. Fuck. I fucked it up. Hold up.
Call yourself a magician. Ooh.
You're the ace of my sleeve. What the fuck does that even mean?
That was kind of whack.
When you tell somebody and then flip the card seamlessly to the Ace of Spades to say that she was also the ace of my sleeve. That's an insult. Because that implies that...
What does that mean, though? You're the ace of my sleeve?
I'm cheating with you.
With who?
With you, because the reason you have the card in your sleeve is because you're cheating. So, yeah.
Is that what that means?
Yeah.
That's so confusing.
Ace in the sleeve. So
That's so confusing.
So, yeah. This whole thing's confusing. But I think the cringiest part is the words that he said before to define the way he's doing stuff. Seamlessly smooth. And I think... what would you rate this? What would you rate this post?
I don't understand what's going on, to be honest with you. So I'm going to rate this shit like a 2.
He's illustrating a story.
Yeah. With magic and cards?
About magic and cards.
Okay, I'll be honest with you. I would give it a fair rating if I knew if he got pussy afterwards.
Okay.
So if he got pussy afterwards, fucking 100, bro. That's a banger, dog.
Okay, but here's the thing, though, right? Assuming he did get pussy after, let's just give him the benefit.
So we're going to say he got pussy?
Yes.
10 out of 10?
He posted this, though.
Yeah, but I posted I get pussy all the time, too.
You're a terrible fucking person. Okay. The point is that he put this out on public forum, right? He posted this. So even if he did this, right? Let's say he did this to significant other.
Right? Okay.
Yeah. So let's say he did this to a significant other, right? And he did get pussy from it. Good for him. Good for him, right? Cheesy, terrible, but you got pussy. He posted this comment on Facebook. That's still 10 out of 10? Doing the thing, doing it. That could be 10 out of 10.
All right. I guess there's many variables here, right? But I mean, dude, again, assuming he did get laid, that's a 10 out of 10, bro.
Okay, that's fine.
Because he used magic,
but that's separate
to put
from
his
the
penis in a vagina.
That's separate from the post, though.
What's separate from the post? A vagina?
The act of him doing that is separate. You need to pay attention. That's separate from the post because I'm saying he might have done that to a significant other to get pussy, right? But then separately from that, he made this post on Facebook.
Okay, so I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna say 5 out of 10. I'm gonna give it a 50 here. Why?
Okay.
Because I feel that him saying asexual.
Oh, he didn't get pussy. He didn't get pussy.
Oh, because he's asexual, right?
Wow.
0.
You got, so he did
0.
He did this just for love, which that's gay.
That's even worse, dude, because get something out of it, dude. I come on, I seduce my girl all the time, but I'm trying to get some, dog.
This is like the opposite of, last week I was asking you if there's a feminist podcast. This is like the opposite of that. This is like
a manifeminist podcast.
Patriarchal.
That's really? Is that what it's called?
Well, patriarchy and matriarchy, right? So they always say down with the patriarchy. That means that down with, I was about to say the word of the day, or the words of the day somewhat, but I want to avoid those. But down with the patriarchy.
I'm keeping a close eye over here, bro. We put a lot of time into this, guys.
Let me get a handy, says Dan Pizza.
There you go. He knows what's up.
She became asexual as soon as he took the deck out.
It's like, wow. Damn, baby, that was very nice.
I got something to tell you.
Identify as an asexual. Sorry.
I looked this up before. So asexual, which is the one that you were I'm asking somebody in the chat, not you. Okay. If you're like a plant and you self-reproduce, that's called asexual.
Yeah, but I think it's different for humans, no?
It's different for
I think it's different for humans.
Biologically, it's different. I think.
I don't know, but I say humans. I don't talk about cyborgs.
Well, that's funny. But the definition of what does
I said that was funny. I'm taking the compliment.
Okay. Did I say that was funny?
Yeah, you did.
It's probably like a fucking reflex. Probably reflex. It wasn't genuine.
It was acid reflex.
It wasn't genuine. The acid reflex is what you fucking giving me. But I forgot, you fucking piece of shit.
Asexual, bro.
Okay,
when I looked up, stick to it, bro. Come on.
I looked up the definition, it said the definition for the two general definitions, and then it said biology, and I gave a definition. So that I think was talking about that. For humans, it means not attracted to anyone. Also, who flirts with their significant other? Yeah, that's weird, right?
I do it all the time.
You do it. Yeah, you're gross. You're gross because you do it in front of me.
You guys, I do it in front of everyone, dude.
That's gross. She became asexual as soon as he took the deck out. I just do a twirl change, the way he would describe it, and I changed the card from one to another in a flurry of magic. And I'm like, ew, dude, ew.
In a McFlurry of magic?
See, that is the type of humor that
couldn't make 9/11, or you couldn't make racial comments about 9/11, something like that.
You couldn't make racial comments.
Like you couldn't link 9/11 to like for example the Arabs. Or some shit like that.
That's weird.
Yeah, it was a weird article.
I mean, listen.
No, it's a weird thing. We're not living in weird times.
What is it? 12 brave people died that day. So yeah, this is the weekly magic cringe. This is a weekly magic cringe. I think we're gonna have a segment. If you guys want to send in stuff,
submit it.
There are two things that I respond to. Actually, three things.
Sexting.
Sexting. Yeah, that's one. That's gross.
Sexting is gross.
Sexting is gross. Because you're describing things that you would do in person to them, right? But you're not in person. So you're like, yeah, I'm going to stick my dick in you. Yeah, you like that? Yeah, I like the text you sent me, But it's not an actual, it's not a thing. Like, I don't understand.
How many times have you sexted in your life?
Like twice, because it's gross.
Yeah, I could tell.
Oh, you could tell. Okay. Yeah. What, now you're shaming me for not sexting enough?
Yeah, that I'm shaming you, bro.
For not sexting enough? Jesus. Sorry, Daniel.
Welcome to 2020 over here, dude.
So what do you say when you sext, man?
Dog, that's sexting? Hold up, my dude. Because I'm about to school you here.
You're not about to school
sexting
anything. You need to go to school.
Is where you drop your...
You need to have gone to school in order to do any form of schooling, all right? You're not licensed to even make.
Sorry that my family, all right, wasn't well off and couldn't send all my children to fucking college, bro. All right, dude.
Okay.
Sorry, dude.
Okay. I already ranted on you for this retarded.
Sorry.
Okay.
But
now that you know that upsets me, you say that.
To school you here, Cake Rodriguez.
One person making money.
All right, dude.
7 people living in the house.
Look at this dude.
One person making money, Daniel.
Tommy Bahama shit right there. Huh?
One person making money.
God damn, that was a fucking dude to talk about, bro.
7 people in the house.
Yeah.
She's the only person making money.
Can I finish schooling you here, dude?
Go ahead, say whatever it is that you have to say, but you're.
That's where you drop your game, my dude.
That's where you drop your.
That's where you drop your game.
Okay.
Okay. You drop your fucking. Oh yeah, baby, I'm a fucking do. Okay. You drop the game. You put that shit in their brain, dude. And then next time they see you, they're fucking pumped. They're primed, bro. And then
I like that you said I'm gonna school you, and you said 3. What I'm gonna call them sentences, but I'm using that very liberally here, because you just pretty much said a bunch of words that don't go well together, and then you're like, I'm gonna school you. Dude, you gotta like, bro, you gotta send them and you gotta let them.
You gotta prime them, dude.
Okay,
I can tell you've also never dated chicks that prime you. I've been primed many times where I'm like, yo, this bitch is gonna fucking like.
What do you mean primed?
Drop it like it's hot.
Yeah, when somebody sends you a text saying like, yeah, I want to suck the shit out of your dick. What'd you say? What are you pointing at? What are you pointing at? You're doing that thing you do where you don't talk.
The people. Well, because I don't want to be a piece of shit. Never mind.
Okay, what's wrong with this?
That's weird.
What's weird?
The bald.
The bald female.
Yeah.
That's an empowered look now.
That's weird. But what I'm saying is, dog, sexting is where you establish dominance, bro.
I think we're defining
and where
sexting
you prime shit, dude.
differently. Because what you're defining it as is almost flirting.
Yeah, that's what sexting is, bro.
No, sexting is like you're texting someone sexual things that you're doing to them at the same time. They're like fucking jerking it.
Yeah, dude. Then you send pictures. You send them a picture of your dick. Like, yo, look at my dick, girl. They're like, oh my God. And you're like, yeah, girl.
The funniest thing I've ever been a part of was a meeting where the counselor for the old school that I worked at, who is 70 years old, but she has the legs of a 20-year-old because of all the plastic surgery and excess of money that she makes.
Nice.
And she did a meeting with a bunch of kids, middle schoolers too. They were separate. And she's like, guys, I don't know if you're aware of this thing called, sexting on Snapchat. Are you guys sexting on Snapchat? She was pretty much saying to a bunch of 6th graders that they shouldn't send lewd pictures because there's a possibility that if that stays on their phone and they're 18, that's technically child pornography.
Wow.
Yeah, but what I love is that she was just think about that sentence. What is it called? Sext on Insta. Are you guys sexting on Instagram?
Yeah.
You guys out here 6th graders? That's great.
Oh, 6th graders. Weird.
Yeah, that was weird. We also had a DJ at an 8th grade dance.
This is the comment of the day right here. Ready for this one?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, did I interrupt you?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, say it before you forget it with your fucking weed memory.
No, say it, bro. You say it.
What's the comment?
No, forget about it. I can always go back.
I swear to God. This is the last show. This is the last one. This is it. After this is over. We had a DJ at a middle school dance where the maximum age was 13 years old. And the guy...
Nice. What? Must be nice to be able to go to a middle school party with an actual disc jockey. Go ahead, bro.
What do you mean must be nice? Chaperoning a middle school dance when you could be at home literally doing anything better? How's that nice?
That's privileged shit. I've never been to a school party where we have a DJ. Our school parties was like a cassette player just playing like the latest hits from Par 96 of the time.
There was a fucking DJ at this fucking dance, right? And the guy said to a group of the maximum age being possibly 13, I want to say giving the benefit of the doubt 14, he said, hey, we're about to play some crazy songs. Which one of y'all going to twerk for me? That's what he said.
You ever been to a Flo Rida concert? Have you seen a Flo Rida concert?
Yeah, we stayed for like 2 minutes in a Marlins game.
That's borderline fucking like...
Weird, yeah.
Like pedophile shit.
Yeah.
Because he puts bitches up on stage and they twerk with them.
Yeah.
What age? What is the age audience of a fucking Flo Rida, dude?
Yeah.
They're not over 18 at all. It's super weird.
You gotta have like a... I was gonna tell you gotta have like a bouncer that's specifically like, let me see your fucking ID. Yeah, you could go up. You could go up on stage. Let me see your ID. Go up on stage.
Yeah.
Oh, let me see your ID.
Don't use R. Kelly's, people, bro.
She gives you the school ID. It's like, go back to your seat. Go back to your fucking seat. But could you imagine being a 30-something-year-old DJ to a group of 13-year-old, maximum 13-year-old girls?
That's weird.
And say, hey, man, we're about to play some crazy songs. Which one of y'all gonna twerk for me?
And then throwing condoms out to the fucking audience and shit.
Yo, bottle service in the back. Yo, you twerk right, we're gonna give you a whole 2-liter of Coke. All right? One of y'all is gonna win big here.
That's fucking weird.
Reading sponsors and shit. He has like one sponsor and it's like a fucking nail company. That was the most awkward thing because the guy's like, yo, I just want to give a shout out to Lowe's. Lowe's for being my sponsor here. They've been with me for a while. If you guys want to... in a middle school dance. He's saying this shit. He's like, shout out to Lowe's Hardware. You guys been really treating me very well. Just want to thank my sponsor here. And we're gonna go crazy, guys. Which one of y'all gonna twerk for me? Twerking contest,
bro.
Yeah, like a shitty local sponsor.
Just like
yeah,
us.
yeah,
Wow,
exactly. Probably by his uncle, much like we're sponsored by ourselves. You fuck. Sexting is more funny if you're honest. Like, baby, I'm gonna rip that shirt off, then spend 15 minutes trying to get that bra off because them hooks are fucked up. You know what's even worse though? I think than that is if a woman has Velcro, like a Velcro bra.
That's so low class.
It's not low class. It's like low class. It's a training bra. Like, what do you?
That's wow. How do you know what a training bra is?
I mean, I've ripped my fair share of...
this might be literally the last show.
I've ripped my fair share of bras, man. But yeah, I'm saying that's weird. Like, imagine if you have a bra, but there's like Velcro, you know? Like, that's fucking odd, man.
Lesson one for you virgin magicians out there.
Yeah.
If it's Velcro, walk away.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good advice for any man, not just a magician. Any male over 18. What's this one? I think it was uploaded. Hold up. What are you talking about? You're talking about a video now?
Talk about some Daniel Madison shit.
Dead serious. It was 5th of May. Going to some random COD video. What? Okay, hold up. I saw you in PewDiePie's channel like a month ago. He was going through some comments on a random COD video. It was the 5th of May. Dead serious. I'm going to find it now. Yeah, I comment on a lot of videos. And I'm pretty sure if you get those comments and you put them together, I'm going to get canceled because I've commented some rambunctious shit. Spell it. Some rambunctious shit on different people. Big cake. Yeah, I should have walked away. Yeah, in hindsight, maybe I should have.
Sit down right here, Mr. Pancake. Let's have a talk.
No, dude. You know what I hate about that show? You know what I hate specifically about that show? Just to go on a tangent on How to Catch a Predator. These guys think that their game is so fucking good that they join a chat room, right? First of all, that's the first sign that you're going to get caught by Chris Hansen is you're joining a chat room in 2015. But what I love is you're joining a chat room and you think your game is so significant that you're able to pick up a bitch and she's going to invite you to her house within like a couple hours of texting.
I miss having those fucking random chat rooms from back in the day. Those were fun.
Yeah, but they're full of people lying about their age and old pedos. That's pretty much what it is. So every girl you've ever talked to is probably an old dude.
Is that what it was when I was in middle school?
Oh, but no, sexting. We're talking about sexting, right?
No, was it ASL? AA. What's your ASL, bro?
Now the cogs are turning. You're like, wait a second. I've sexted a lot of girls on these random chats. Really? You were sexting with the fucking neighbor that puts the bike inside of his fucking house. That's who you were sexting. That guy's out here.
That guy's hilarious, bro.
Jerking off incorrectly.
Like I send a message every, like maybe twice, 2-3 times a week. It was someone's inside your house, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
So that means he's looking.
Oh yeah, dude. Because his camera shit is on point, though, bro. His camera shit is on point.
Yeah, drugs. Yeah. Why else would you have like 4K cameras? Like, what are you afraid of?
I don't know, bro. That guy's weird. That guy doesn't work.
Isn't this a chat room? Says Magic Orthodoxy? Yes, technically, this would be considered if you're going back to the.
Hey, Dave.
Definition of chat.
Y'all need to behave now.
Sex shaming. The funniest thing I've ever been a part of was a pig cake live stream when Daniel wasn't a part of it yet. I wish I could like a comment.
That was funny. That was pretty funny. That was the comment I was talking about.
What's the video called? You said it's when he goes through comments on the video. Oh, you're gonna find my comment on a video.
I want to find it.
On a PewDiePie video. I've commented on a lot of videos, man.
I don't like PewDiePie.
That's fucking weird. He's I think you don't like him.
I like them.
Don't tell me when he was screaming, like doing like these reaction videos where he's like, ah!
Well, I liked them right up until when he got to like South Park. After South Park, he got too big.
Well, that's funny. South Park is like the barometer for you.
Like once you make it to South Park, you're big. But then once you go after that, it's like, dude, come on.
Paycake is having flashbacks of trying to teach 6th graders simple concepts. Yeah, that's me every time I talk to Daniel. It's like,
who, me?
Yes.
Couldn't be.
Yeah, because they actually
who?
They understood what it is that I told them. And you're like, I don't get that. I don't really get that. So what we got out of this live stream? If they have a Velcro bra, you should walk away.
Yeah.
That's a good...
and body shaming is not a thing. No, it is a thing.
Yeah, because you body shame.
I did not body shame that girl.
You're... Okay. All right. You're the worst one.
I recommended her some fitness things.
You're a hypocritical body shamer because...
I recommended some...
You shit on people for shaming while shaming.
Yeah.
That's the worst type of shamer. So Weekly Magic Cringe, if you guys want to send us stuff, make sure to send it to the Instagram, hamradio.show, I believe, right?
Sure.
At hamradio.show, send it to there, the DMs, and you're going to be able to maybe, I don't know, have some cringe that we bring up on the show. And we talk a little bit about...
yeah, because then I could just go directly on our Instagram over here on our DMs and just post it up without having to have our fantastic host.
Yeah.
Copy and paste some ghetto ass shit like this right here
on our show notes. Yeah,
some ghetto ass shit
on our show notes. The last edit was made by Pig Cake 2 hours ago. Like, yeah, it's pretty ratchet. So that's the first thing that I kind of want to get over. The next thing is Illusionist making an oopsie, just because this was kind of prevalent. Ramsey posted on. I actually saw the tweet before, and my thought process was I saw the tweet, and I'm like, and then I was like, this shit can't be real. And then I looked at his previous tweets, and I saw that he tweeted like forever ago. So he's not really a serial tweeter. And I'm like, oh, this is fake.
You want me to already?
Yeah. So this is the tweet that Brad Christian posted on his what do you call this? Twitter. God, I sound like a fucking 100-year-old. But he posted this a couple days ago, and it turns out they made a statement. They made a comment saying that their Twitter was hacked. Yeah. And, they obviously don't side with this sort of thinking. And it's kind of gross that the person would post this. And, I would be inclined to think that wouldn't be the case if it wasn't for the fact that this guy's posted maybe 3 times, right? So it's possible that whoever actually got access to his account had access to it fucking forever ago. And they just found a good opportunity to troll, I think. I'm giving the benefit of the doubt. I was talking to Xavier about this, and he was we're kind of going back and forth. But I don't think that he would have posted this purposely. I don't think so. What do you think?
I don't know. I don't know him as well as you do.
Well, I don't know him. I just know him based on my masturbatory fantasies. But he's posted like 5 times ever.
I mean, he's the nicest guy ever.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He Illusionist only cares about the community. Mm-hmm. They give, they support local artists.
Yes, local card selling businesses.
Right? And I don't have anything negative to say about Illusionist. Just they got hacked. Actually, they did get hacked. Mm-hmm. We find out who the guy was. We're gonna have a strict conversation with him now and put him in his place. But all right. But to be serious, can I comment on something? I think Chris Ramsey's been on some shit lately, bro. Okay. So I understand. This is kind of fucked up. But dude, you could have like messaged Illusionist. Hey yo.
He could have. I mean, he didn't post if he did that. But you're right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
he did put it on blast immediately.
This is almost like you're wanting to start shit. Not that look, Chris, I love you, dog. Come on. Nothing like solving a puzzle.
Nobody watches it. He's not watching.
But nah, dude, I mean, for real, like, I get it, man, but you could have fucking DM'd somebody. I'm sure you have Homeboy's phone number.
He could have.
I'm almost positive he has someone's from the team's phone number. You know what I'm saying? And you could have like been like, yo, you guys got hacked, or yo, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, you could have done something like that. And then kind of like, if you didn't, if you felt that it was kind of like fucked up, then yeah, you could have just fucking posted about it. But I think you don't. I don't know, man. This
what it is you're right about that sense, but it's definitely an emotional reaction to something that I think is definitely something that would validate an emotional response, because you see a tweet like this and you're like, whoa, fuck, this is ridiculous.
For sure.
This is half true. But you look at a tweet like that, and again, it's easy to get emotional and angry about that. So his response was to,
I mean, if it's true, I'm 100% with him on this. Like, yo, this is fucked up.
Well, what I was telling X is if Brad actually posted that and he defended it, I would respect Brad so hard. Because it's like, dude, you do not give a single fuck if you post that.
Oh, I mean, it's his First Amendment right to do so.
That's respectful.
It's his First Amendment right to do so. But I'm saying, I agree. If it was intentional, I would be like, yo, Chris, I'm with you, dog. You know what I'm saying? Let's donate another fucking $10,000 to fucking whatever the fuck you're doing this week. But like,
that's funny. But
I don't know, man. I think it's kind of a bitch move.
Dude, I would have respected this guy so hard if Brad Christian's like, yeah. You know what? You're right. Yeah, fucking George Soros, all right? He's out here paying off, all right, leaving bricks. I would have respected that so hard. I
got the documents.
I have the folder. I would have fucking lost my shit. But yeah, I mean, from the moment I saw this tweet, I'm like, yeah, this is not real. Because he has 5 tweets. They're all magic related. And I think the last one was in 2018.
Yeah.
So I see this and I'm like, yeah, this is definitely not real. I wanted it to be real because that would have been fucking hysterical. The shit show that would have come from this would have been just palpable.
God, you kidding me, bro? After just having Peter Turner on the show?
That would have been... Hey, Brad, let me get you on a show, man. I want to hear your take on this.
But you got to wear the eyeliner.
No, there's no way. He's not going to revert back to that. That was a phase. Okay, we all have phases. But yeah, so he posted this, and then you are right in that sense that I do think that people were quick to jump on that and not actually be like, hey, dudes. But I think that comes from personal history. You get me?
Yeah.
I think that comes from personal history to kind of be like, haha,
I mean, it could be because when he donated, I know he made a donation to Black Lives Matter, and he kind of tagged, hey, Murphy, he tagged Murphy's, Vanishing Ink, and a few others. Like, dog, Fontaine's, my homeboy, Zach from Fontaine's, he's donated over $170,000. Okay? He's not out here fucking calling everyone out like you are, bro. Like, there's no need for that shit.
All right.
You donated $10,000 and you think you have, come on. Oh yeah, now you're the fucking man, dude.
I can tell you're saying that because you've had 2 fingers of whiskey.
Oh, bro, but we had this conversation. though. We had this conversation.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
Like, there's no need. That's petty. Well, I think that's petty. Using your platform to be, I think, to be kind of shitty.
Well, to push your opinion on others.
And then you're forced, and then that almost makes it seem like if they don't do what you did, they're shitty for it. They don't have to donate if they don't want to. No one's forced to donate. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've had this conversation.
Yeah, but that's the problem now, that there's such an emotional issue, and it's such a issue that a lot of people are getting, I don't want to say overly emotional, but overly emotional. And, a lot of people are doing that, where they'll say, hey, I did this. You didn't do anything. So you're complacent. You're part of the problem.
Yeah, man.
And I think that's the wrong way to see it, because, again, the fact that you're able to do that is because you live here. In other countries, you want to have that freedom.
Yeah.
But I think, again, we're taking a lot of liberties with things. But Brian says here, I've obviously been posting shit to my Instagram, but Chris's virtue signaling was sharing how much he donated was a bit much.
Yeah, dude. And you only donated 10 G's. Look at everyone else, bro.
But that's still,
I know, but I'm saying, look, if you really want to go there, there's brands that make way less than you do. And I've donated 100 times more than you have, my dude. So don't fucking make this a pissing contest, because I think you're going to lose.
I was going to say, granted, there's some nefarious actual donations, to the actual funding of Black Lives Matter. But that's another topic altogether.
Don't make me get the documents!
Yeah, but what we're going to get on is I think, you're right. It's very easy to make an emotional response here. And it's very easy to kind of be, instead of, like, if it was someone that was tight, like close, I was going to say tight. That's because I've had 2 fingers of whiskey. But
that's tight.
If it was someone that was close to him, he would have definitely sent him a message.
Oh, 100%. If it's us, he would have called us directly. Hey, Dan. Hey, Pancake. Y'all, what's up with this?
I think we're on that relationship with Ramsey. I don't think we're on that. But in this particular case, it's, there is some pre-existing history. There is some animosity between them, and I do think that this was kind of a...
God damn it,
I love having a co-host that I...
Sorry, dude. RB dropped the banger, bro. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry.
So what I'm saying is that this is a good opportunity to kind of get back and be like, haha, look at this thick bitch.
And look at the bike she's riding in. Did you see the bike? Yeah. I saw her earlier.
Wow.
Is that my bike?
What do you mean?
Is that my bike?
No.
Did you see my bike last time we were there?
No. But I wasn't looking for it. I didn't notice. Was that an Arch bike?
Yeah, dude. With the stickers and everything.
Okay, but then you haven't seen your bike in your backyard?
I don't know. I was there yesterday. I don't remember seeing it.
Yeah, but you weren't looking for it. So it's not like you're going to be like,
Okay, anyways. But I agree. I agree with you.
I think he was just during the pod there. You, but I mean, I guess, again, it's a weird time to learn. I don't agree with any sort of virtue signaling in that sense. And I don't think that anybody should be shamed for not necessarily having the same or having a different opinion as you. But that, again, seems to be a hot button issue now.
Good comment here by Corn Pop. Chris Ramsey would donate 10 grand and spend 100K promoting the fact that he donated 10 grand. That's kind of what it feels like. I mean, look, bro, Ramsey, I think you have a very powerful voice, especially now with the younger community. Use it to show that you're the bigger person, dude. Like,
use it how you want. You can't tell him.
No, I mean, I know, bro, but I think this feels like, to me, I'm a fan of, like, I'm not a heavy fan of anything. I love everything because I think I love the community. I like Magic, I like cards, I like everything. You know what I'm saying? But I think this makes me like you less than everyone else because I feel like you're just trying to, you're trying to show everyone up now at this point. And that's, I don't think
becomes less about the issue and more about the person.
Dude, like, I don't know. I think that's kind of petty. I think it's kind of shitty. I understand. Listen, I've had my share of problems with people. I'm not out here throwing those people under the bus publicly. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, there's no need for that shit. Like, keep it under wraps, and if something happens where they come at you, come at them. But
okay, to play the devil's advocate, it's within his ability that he could do this. Like,
but anyone could do it.
He could technically do this.
Anyone could technically do this. You know what I'm saying? I could have donated 11,000 and be like, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, but I'm saying about this. I think we're talking about two separate things because I was talking about the Brad Kirsten shit.
Oh yeah, no, but we're also... but I agree, man. You could have called someone up. You know what I'm saying? Even though you're not on cool terms with them, and then I think you would have looked even better as a person, right? If you did reach out to them and they're like, yo, my bad. You know what I'm saying? I think that would make you look.
I don't think he cares. Like, I think the
I guess when you're making $100,000 a video, bro,
it's not about that. It's the
animosity. We're not making. Sorry, Illusionist ain't.
I could tell you had 3 fingers of whiskey. That's for sure. But what I'm saying is, as far as the actual donation shaming or telling companies to kind of step up, again, he could technically do that. That's within his ability as as a member of society, I guess, and just based on how social media is. Is it a thing that is it a good thing to do? I don't think so. I don't think you should tell anybody else how to think. You definitely, that's impeding on someone's beliefs, impeding on somebody's you're not fucking paying attention, but you're impeding on somebody's beliefs, and you're impeding on somebody's ability to have free thought, right? At that point. But for this, at least in terms of this illusionist thing, you're right, that could have been the response. But at the same time, as there is previous history, I'm sure that if you had somebody that you don't like, right, that you had access to certain information that they posted or something, your inclination will not be to immediately go and DM them. Your inclination would be, haha.
Well, I would just ignore it, because I've seen some shit where it's like, oh, I could kind of poke a little bit, and I don't care. But to say about opinions, right? So,
what did they say about opinions?
Like an asshole.
Okay, that was a joke.
All right.
Let's see the comments here. So it's been confirmed I'm famous. I'm in a PewDiePie video. I will take your donations at any time now. What you're now? You're actually in the. Oh, okay. I get what you mean now. So you mean that I popped up in a PewDiePie video in the sense of my comment scrolling through. Damn, that'd be funny. That I definitely want to see.
That makes you authentic.
Are donations not a write-off? Are donations are not donations. Okay, this is very retardedly worded, Danger Mouse. But are not donations also a tax write-off in the USA? They are.
Yeah, but he's not from the US.
No, yeah, he's in Canada. I don't know what the rules are for that. Top notch, what's your Venmo? That's funny. I donated $1 a month to Pig Cake to his patron, and I purposely don't watch any of those videos. Damn. Dog, you're missing out on some high quality content.
Bangers.
Ramsey wasn't the only magician to do a screenshot and call them out. Yeah, no, you're right. Xavier did it. Boyer did it. A bunch of people said, I think, what's the other guy? The funny guy. You know what I'm talking about? The stunt magician? No, the other guy.
Oh, no.
He also posted about it. But I do think that, it's the same argument for all of it. And I do think that once the information came out about, them saying an attack, because at that point it's word against word.
Well, because also if you're within the crew, I think it's only fair, or not only fair, but I think it's one of those things where your crew's gonna back you up.
But what I'm saying is at that point it's word against word. So they're saying they got hacked. These people are saying like, yo, this guy fucking left a shitty comment. So you could see both sides, right? You could easily see how both sides, but again, that depends on who you happen to be aligned with, or who you happen to kind of agree with in that sense.
Yeah.
But it's definitely it's an odd issue, I would say. Mm-hmm. And you can tell that there's some animosity there just for the poking. Some people are calling for them to get IP addresses to prove that he was hacked.
There's no need for that shit.
I'll be funny, but I mean, it doesn't make sense to post something like that out of the blue, So if it's something that, even if it's something that he believes, as far as actually it being a tweet that he posted, I severely doubt that. Just because of his previous tweet history, he hasn't tweeted in a while, and you're telling me the first tweet back is going to be something that's going to lose business on your end?
Yeah,
the fuck.
Here's what I'm worried about, especially now with everything going on, right? I would hate for them to that be the case.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's not fair. I don't think it's fair that you should blame them for someone else's fucking shitty sense of humor and wanting to do something damaging to a company. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't like someone to do that to me. Like, you wouldn't like someone to do that to you. I say put it look, they posted a post on their IG page. They sent out emails to their clients and said, look, yo, my bad. This is what happened. Sorry, guys. We definitely, didn't mean for this to happen. I think they did what they needed to do. Don't make it a fucking bigger deal than what it is.
I mean, I have paid attention to you. So now I know what it's like to be you on your side. And when you're saying something, or when I'm saying something, to have to pay attention. So I kind of did a Daniel on that one.
Thank you.
Yeah. Magic Orthodoxy says I want to hack Pig Cake's Twitter account and post Bible verses all day. Yeah. That was great. What? No, Magic Orthodoxy says he's going to hack my Twitter and then post Bible verses.
I got his password. Let me know. Let's work something out.
You don't. That's not a funny joke because you don't. It'd be funnier if you did, because the joke,
how do you know I don't?
Because a random set of generated last past like Keith code or whatever. Like, how the fuck would you know randomly generated?
I don't know, bro. I don't know your password. You're right.
Okay. Thank you. But I, you know what? Now you just inspired me to actually post Bible verses on Twitter. Now it just inspired me to just post them. I used to be listen, man. I was a I would say, man, I don't want to say devout Christian, but I definitely tried it. I definitely was a hardcore for a little while, reading the Bible every day. I told you this, right? It was a phase.
It's let me tell you, that's a great book if you're on acid.
The Bible?
Yeah. Some amazing stuff on there, bro.
I'm not a fan of the hyperbole. But so we have here, I watch all of them, Pig Cake, and everyone should join your Patreon quality content. Thank you, Lindsay. I appreciate that. You and your many.
I'm going to block that fucking Lindsay.
Again, showing your power here. I was going to say, why would anyone post a shitty thing after 2 years of inactivity? The email apology is such a contrast to the tweet. I can't see how the tweet is authentic, says Brian. I think that you are saying that because you have some Big Brother connection to Illusionist. Seeing your true colors here. Gotta ask yourself, does Brad Christian seem like the kind of guy who would use the official Illusionist account to say something like that? It's not. It's his account. It's his account. But it's called Illusionist 1. That's the actual tag. Okay, you're doing a bit there.
No, I'm just saying, Brian, did you get the check too, bro? It was a good one this month.
He got the check. Yeah, it was great because it's he actually owed money cashing it in. Like the bank is like, no, you gotta. There's a fee here. What's this? Xavier also called Brad out, but then showed the fact that Brad was hacked. Yeah, we're going back and forth. Me and X were going back and forth on that, but there's no way that was a legitimate tweet on that sense. But their statement, yeah, you're right. The statement was very. I don't want to say well written, but the statement was attuned to the fact that it wasn't like them trying to patch like a situation where it's like, oh fuck, this guy's opinion leaked. No, it's we were hacked, and here's what we're doing to kind of support this movement.
Yeah, we're gonna donate $10.
That's funny. You using Robert's name as a password. That's funny. Yeah, it's gonna be Robert Batman 69. But the R is capitalized.
Bat the Rob at 69.
Reading on acid. What's this? I saw myself in a PewDiePie video. The first thing I thought is, what we do in life echoes in eternity. That's fucking retarded. So that's just that point. We're just talking about that earlier, and that was an interesting little bit of drama in terms of
interesting drama, huh? They're always on there, bro.
But that was funny too, because it's of all things the tweet. Let me tell you, if I was a hacker, I would have definitely dropped some N-bombs there. But then it's obvious that it's like a hack, right? Because that tweet, it's kind of ambiguous. It's not completely noticed.
It's almost like, I guess he's screaming, but he's not. Maybe you know what it almost looks like a drunk text.
Yeah.
It almost looks like a drunk text.
I was telling X that it would be funny if he thought that he was Googling that. Oh. I guess Brad Christian is the type of person that would Google that and then be like, oh fuck, I tweeted it.
That'd be so great.
So the last topic here, not the last topic, but we do have some voicemails that we're gonna get to. As a matter of fact, let's get to the voicemails and then let's get to this topic here on.
Can I do the thing?
I can't even do this trick. The fucking this thing. I can't even do it without flashing. Yeah, do the little.
Gary. Hey, a magazine.
Is it this side or this side?
It's there, that side. It's gone.
Yeah, okay. So we have some voicemails. If you want to leave some voicemails, make sure to go to anchor.fm. Look at the link on the description below, and you'll be able to leave a little bit of a hot voicemail. We have some voicemails from last week with the Peter Turner episode. So if they have a question, I'm sure we could answer that, even though we don't have Peter Turner here. But I think that was a great interview. We had a nice little bit of a 3-hour chat with one of the best mentalists in the world. We talked about some controversial topics on his side in the sense of stuff that he's, I guess, not condoned, but put his name on, which was kind of interesting. So let's go on this one. I'm not sure if this is new. Okay. So yeah, I'm sorry. I just wanted to test that one. Production value. So let's play this one.
The stories behind the bricks that are being placed are very convincing, I think, but there still needs to be more research. They do seem to be appearing all across the country, though, possibly because of but I just want to say this is the first time I saw bricks today. There were like 3-4 of them in the suburbs, right by a major minor intersection near my house in the suburbs. So if this thing goes to the suburbs, though.
So playing devil's advocate, right? Playing devil's advocate, again, it's something that you don't pay attention to unless you are specifically looking for it. So it could very well be that, right? Like, you know, we've had these things, like how many times do you actually pay attention to construction sites? You don't, but they're there. But here's the thing. It's happening, you know?
Let me get my documents, bro.
They're very well
It was
placed.
happening. It was happening.
They're
I think they got caught.
Right, but that's another part. You know, you did have the cops, the videos of the cops,
either picking them up or dropping them off.
A lot of people are saying, "Oh, they're dropping them off," but then the incentive is okay. So why would you be giving them weapons to use against you, right? So then that could lead to the what? What do you?
Someone said the word.
Somebody said the word.
Somebody said the word.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't. They said the word. Where's the word? Fuck. The word of the day. Systemic racism. Fuck yes. Fuck yes. System. I wish it was actually great shit. Fuck yes. Systemic racism. Word of the day. You. Yes. Fucking did it. Play it again.
Boom.
Let me see this shit here. This is one. It's over. Right? Make sure the toggle's off, by the way. Word of the day.
The stream has crashed because it was too much fucking graphics.
Was it?
No.
Okay. Word of the day, systemic racism. That's the word. Or the words of the day. They can't handle all the effects. I can't believe it, man. I didn't think anybody would actually.
Out of all the people, that'd be the person that would have guessed it.
That would set systemic racism. Word of the day. Well, it's the you know what it is? The Pee Wee Herman bit. That's what it is. Oh.
You've won nothing, Brian.
So there's some shady shit. All right, there's some shady shit with that. This is gonna be the best 25-second clip to post out of context. Hold up. So I'm gonna do like a pose. You press it.
Okay.
So let me take the microphone. I'll tell you when to press it.
Okay.
Okay.
Tell me, boss. It's almost like you're getting confetti jizz on your face. It's over, bro.
Okay. That was great. We're gonna do that every episode. So we're gonna have different words of the day. That one just happened to be your phrase. Happened to be systemic racism. So yeah, I forgot what it was, what tirade we're going on, but it's fairly convenient.
The bricks,
right?
yeah,
fairly convenient in that sense. But yeah, again, it could be that you're not paying attention, and then you suddenly pay attention when you know. I remember when I was younger, I wanted I might be gay. I wanted a lime green. I wanted a lime green VW bug.
Oh hell yeah, bro! Which one? The air cooled or the water cooled?
The car.
The old one or the new one?
The joke is it doesn't matter.
Christ.
I just wanted a lime green bug. That's what I wanted, right? Like a lime green VW.
That's a good color
bug.
for a bug.
Convertible.
Oh god. Yes.
I wanted the convertible one.
I would be okay with it if it was a turbo.
So I only looked. So whenever I wanted that car, I would see it more often than not because I was looking for the car. So I was like, oh, look, another one. They're everywhere now. They weren't everywhere. I was just paying more attention to that particular car. I'm sure I missed 1,000 Honda Avalons. I'm sure I missed a bunch of Ford Freestyles, you know, in that case.
Special edition.
So hold up. Okay, so we got another. Let's play that one. This one's called Just Water. This one's called Just Water.
Well, hey there, Swine Biscuit. Jethro here again. I saw that quite a few people in your comments really liked what I had to say, so I decided to give you a call back. I'll give you a call. Really, I just wanted to use this platform to go ahead and tell y'all, was an inside job.
That was was great.
That's the sort of fan interaction that we have here.
That was great.
I enjoy the most. 9/11 was an inside job. I remember having a talk with a friend, and that was a 2-hour conversation on how George Bush planted explosives in the trade centers.
Oh, don't even get me started.
Honda Avalons.
I got the documents.
Toyota Avalon.
That's my favorite. Dude, can we do a clip?
Alex Jones?
Yeah, can we do a clip of Alex Jones doing that shit and use that for something?
Copyright. I don't know if that. Actually, no. He's nowhere. But YouTube might find him.
That's right. You can't do Alex Jones. I hate Alex Jones. Fuck Alex Jones.
There's a known. My favorite thing is the commercials on Brain Force. It's like Brain Force has a known substance that incorporates every man's testosterone and increases their ability to produce free testosterone.
It's not how that works. Alex Jones.
That's right. He'll say like some crazy shit. Like, I used to have a broken leg, and I took Brain Force, and I fixed the leg right up 2 days.
I took Brain Force, and my mom got better.
2 days. It's osmosis. It uses reverse osmosis to impermeate your, like, you're just making up a bunch of shit. So that was a fucking tremendous bit, and that's a great voice.
Yeah.
Now I know it's a bit though.
Damn.
Like the person, it's not really like.
You thought it was like a redneck calling in.
I thought it could have been possibly a redneck, but no, it's a bit. It's a voice, which is very upsetting to me. I thought it would have been pro Antifa, the secret word. No, I think it was better. Systematic racism, which is a term used yesterday in a conversation with Gentleman Wake.
I love your 1:30 a.m. text message, bro.
At 1:30 to get a paragraph from Gentleman Wake being like, listen, I believe that it's and then he used that word, and I'm like, you know what? That's the word of the day. Systemic, institutionalized racism.
7-Eleven was a part-time job.
That's tremendous.
God damn it.
The Eric Andre bit, that's, it's not 7-Eleven. Investigate 211. Right? I don't even know if it's 211. I think it might be 411. I'm not sure.
He's so great.
Which one is? Let me look at these comments. Another creepy dad that goes to Ariana Grande concerts. I think I've had this discussion with you.
I love Ariana Grande.
I heard this from a podcast, and I think it's 100% true. It's wrong to find her attractive.
No, it's not.
Because she looks like a 13-year-old.
It's okay. She got the papers to prove it.
No, okay. I'm not saying that it's not because she's hot, but she has the body and face of like a underage teenager.
But the papers of an overager.
Yeah, which is that's what you want.
That's perfect.
That's
dog.
what we call.
That's okay in my book, bro.
That's what we in the business call the show. You know, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for someone that's like.
What's this guy from Dateline?
Chris Hansen.
I ain't sitting down, homie. She got papers.
I know she got the papers.
She got papers.
It's like you hit a motorcyclist with a GMC Terrain or a GMC Acadia.
I got papers.
First thing you scream is, "I got insurance and I got papers."
I'm okay too, bitch.
I mean, yeah. Let's see. It's called Bader Mainoff phenomenon, says Janice. Another creepy dad. I already read that. When you were younger and still believed you could overcome your gayness, right? No, yeah, I thought I was wrong. I was like, I wanted a lime green bug.
He's older now and still can't do it.
I'm older now and I want a smart car. That's the car that I would get. I'd get a smart car. I want a convertible.
You want that BMW piece of shit?
I want a smart car convertible. That's what I want. With the horn, with Mark Anthony. When we press the horn, it's like every time you press the horn.
God damn it! I can tell you did a South American in your time.
Mark Anthony's fucking Puerto Rican.
Yeah, but the South Americans love him.
Yeah, you're right. That's fucking that coke fiend.
That cokehead.
It's a fairly common phenomenon. I thought you wanted a father when you were a kid. No, I got used to not having a father. My new favorite GIF. That's great. Can't wait for the word of the day to be spawn integer 2. That's a very dated reference. There are 2 words. So which is it? Systemic or racism? I said from the beginning, all right, it's 2 words. It's a nice combination. What are you looking up? Damn, you're looking at the company that makes smart cars?
Fuck you, RB.
Oh, that's funny. RB approving
Who's the
again.
one? I know it's Mini, but I know they made another fucking car. BMW. I know it was Mini. I can't remember what it was.
Mini's a girl's car. I'm not a fan of it.
You know, did I ever tell you the story about the Mini Coopers?
Yeah, that beat you, smoked
that
everyone.
Fucking raped us in the fucking races and shit. So pissed.
Smart car is a Mercedes. Ariana Grande is that manga character who looks 5 but is actually officially like 40. Is that a loophole? That's the poop hole loophole, right? That you could have an anime. You know what the poop hole loophole is? They could get fucked in the ass and still be a virgin.
That's a thing.
That's a poop hole.
That's
loophole,
probably a Christian thing. That sounds like a Christian thing to me.
It's poop hole loophole. Catholic too, but
same shit. Religious shit.
But I was gonna say that the loophole that they have here is that they'll have like a hentai character, right? The hentai character would look like 15 or 13 or 8, you know, if you're a fucking sicko. But then officially their age within the manga, like the
What's
fucking
the manga?
Manga, not mango. That's good. I could tell you got.
I said manga, but I now want some mango.
Okay, I thought you said what's a mango.
Oh, I want some mango.
And I'm like, you don't know what a manga is.
I know what a mango is.
Okay, so what I'm getting at is that their official age in the manga is like 40. So that's what it is. So they look 13, but their official age is 40, and that's the way they get around being creepy. So that's the loophole of manga. She's hot, but I wouldn't go to her concerts. Just jack off to her pics. Thank you, Beats, for that very fucking gross, detailed response here. I heard COVID is surging in Florida. Do you have to close down again? No, this is what I told Gentleman Wake. I heard
it's over.
No. I heard personally, if you want to avoid COVID, you don't need a mask. All you need is a sign. If you have a sign, you're not susceptible to getting COVID. Say I want to see gas in Spanish.
No, it's not. I want to see gas.
Yeah,
is that you want gas?
What's the song? Quiero más gasolina.
Quiero la gasolina.
Quiero la gasolina.
Dale más gasolina.
Which is cum.
Semen.
It's cum.
Or in the community, skeet.
Yeah, but dame más gasolina means I want your cum.
Semen.
Yeah.
Like, what was the other one? What was that song that made me so uncomfortable when my mom was singing it with, I think it's Daddy Yankee too, with
my grandma
the Taxi?
Yeah.
How does it go? Do you know the song with the Taxi?
Da-da-da-da-da-da, beep beep, right?
What the fuck are you talking about, bro?
There's a song that says something about un taxi. Dun, 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 beep beep. No? So what taxi song are you talking about?
The fucking Pitbull song.
Okay, I don't know if that's the Pitbull song.
Where it goes, where it's like trying to play like a, I don't know. I don't like Spanish music, but it's fucking ridiculous. My mom was like, I'm like, Mom, do not be singing that around me. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird.
Your mom talking about gasoline and shit?
Yeah, I'm like, Mom, come on, dude. No twerking, lady.
Pitbull song. Let me see this. Taxi Pitbull song. I think we're talking about the same song.
I know we are, but that beep, the way that, I know it says beep beep in there, but the way that you do that beep beep thing is kind of like.
I don't remember the rhythm of it, but I love the lyrics. The lyrics here is ella hace de todo, todo. Ella sabe de todo, todo. Like, those are the fucking lyrics like that they wrote out.
Damn, Pitbull, what happened to you, bro?
Fue para taxi.
Fucking Pitbull was the man when he first came out. I ever told you the time I hung out with Pitbull and Little John at a strip club?
I believe that.
Did I tell you that story or no?
Me la paró el taxi.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's what it is.
And then outside of the club or some shit, right? It's like
inside of the club, dude. What was? Oh, me la paró un taxi. Yeah. That song is so fucking weird. Fucking gross. So fucking weird.
I screen recorded Pig Cake doing that thing too. I love the mini after Michael Caine movie, The Italian Job. That was the only movie that made a fucking.
That was a great job.
It was like the same way that I don't know if you ever watched the movie Harriet the Spy.
Sounds familiar. Which one's Harriet the Spy?
That bitch made composition notebooks. The shit.
Which one's Harriet the Spy? Sounds familiar.
She's like a spy, but she'll take notes and shit. So she'd like, and she had a composition notebook. So she'd be like, oh, this.
I have a composition laptop.
I was gonna say I was gonna make a joke that's racially motivated, but I thought about it first. I have my coffee black. Does that count?
No.
Okay. But she would write like in her little notebook. She's like, suspicious looking black guy outside of the window. Keep this in mind for the police later. You know? She closed the notebook and put it up. She's like a white girl, like a white. I think it was Michelle Trachtenberg. I think was the person that played her. She's like a Jewish.
I know it sounds. I'm trying to think of that movie. It sounds familiar though.
Piggy likes them Miami ice cream mangoes.
Fuck. You don't like mangoes, right? Oh no, you like the sour mangoes.
I like sour mangoes.
That's gross.
There were about 55,000 inside jobs before 9/11, and then there were about 55,000 openings. Says Top Notch. God fucking damn it. Okay, so yeah, that's that. We have one more voicemail here. I think. I don't know if we've had a new one come in, but this is the one from last week.
Okay.
So imagine these are the ones that came in when we said, hey, if you want to leave a voicemail for, talking to Peter Turner and ask a question, these are the ones that were from last week.
And we ignored you guys.
No, but rightfully, because this is the retardation that we would have heard with Peter Turner. Hey, Peter, we have a voicemail here. Let's see what they have to say. Nothing. Okay, they have nothing. So this one's this one.
I was curious. Would you if your dad?
It's not.
All right, hope you.
I don't know if I played on the audio because he was whispering like a fucking creeper. But he said, would you rather know the date of your death or how you're going to die? I know how I'm going to die. Self-inflicted gunshot.
That's not funny.
Zoom in. Self-inflicted gunshot to the fucking brain.
Hold on. Don't move.
Nope. Okay.
Don't move.
Okay, so zoom out and zoom back in.
Okay.
Self-inflicted gunshot to the brain after I...
God damn it.
Okay.
Hold on. Why is this shit lagging? Okay, now.
Self-inflicted gunshot to the brain after I take down 15 people with me. That's a threat.
That's not true, guys.
That's a threat, right?
He doesn't own a gun
threat.
yet. He doesn't own a gun yet.
I don't know yet. Riveting content. That's funny. Let's see. Totally ignore my valuable information about Muslim virgins. Okay. Beats. I didn't read that one. About Muslim virgins. She would take notes and shit, like on the toilet. That's a Daniel joke.
What?
That's a Daniel joke. Because I said, oh, she would take notes and shit. And then he said, oh, she would take notes and shit? Wow. You know, like.
Don't insult me, bro.
That's a Daniel joke.
Don't insult me, bro.
I've never seen Daniel so shocked. I don't know which one you're referring to. Suicide hotline ticker. Yeah, we're going to have a Deadpool on me.
We're going to call... Actually, I'm going to give you the same hotline that Epstein used.
Did he?
Yeah.
And we see how that worked out for him.
Hey, Bill, Hillary, can you guys help me out here, bro?
This is weird. You got to... So he hung himself.
You are drinking that shit so fucking slow.
Yeah, because it's all water now.
You want me to give you some ice?
No.
God damn, bro. $15 for that bottle. It's gonna go into the garbage.
Okay, let me explain that. Explain that stupid sentence you just said.
It's in my First Amendment right not to.
Okay, you said $15 bottle gone to waste, right? I'm gonna drink this. The liquor is out of the bottle and into the glass, right? I said this is mostly water, right? Because of the ice. So how is this gonna go to waste if I'm gonna drink this?
So it's gonna end. You're still gonna have a whole fucking full cup of alcohol, bro.
I'm gonna drink it.
God damn, bro.
Okay. I fucking wanna. You hope that I don't fucking get a gun, because I'll be just waving that. What'd you fucking say?
With your shitty ass revolver, I'll take my chances.
With my shitty revolver,
I'll take my chances standing 5 feet from you, bro.
I'll take my shirt off. I'll take my shirt off and shoot you. Brad just tweeted, the worst part about filming How to Read Minds was having to hang around with that man bun all day. That man bun maggot all day. I used to think, by the way, when I was younger, I used to think that maggot was like the super version of the word.
Really?
Yeah. Like when somebody called you a maggot, like it's worse than faggot.
If you whisper, it doesn't.
You know? It doesn't matter, right? But I'm quoting Justin Miller, calling me a man bun. Man bun faggot. Fifth Amendment is your right not to self-incriminate, not first. That's funny. That's funny, right? It's your right not to self-incriminate. Which, by the way, watching First 48,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Everybody does not. Look at me talking like Daniel.
So stupid.
Nobody's aware of their Fifth Amendment rights.
Stupid.
Because they go in there, they're like, you know what?
Johnny? No, what was it? Trigger.
Bullet. Shadow.
You know, I can't even make up nicknames. Pay cake. I don't know. You know.
The ones who was Bemba, and the other one was Pulpo.
I know a Bemba.
So you were around when Bemba shot Pulpo, right? Yeah. I saw the whole thing. He stabbed him in the face for meth. Oh, okay. So what's your name here that we could put it down in the report? Oh, my name, Shadow.
AKA Darkness. AKA.
It's not your fucking name, you. What's your name? Charles? Okay. Like, what the fuck is this?
Actually, Dan P just said a good comment. Did you hear they canceled cops?
They canceled cops.
How fucked up is that, bro?
Yeah.
Now we can't even see the cops fucking being assholes live anymore.
I tell you, well, that's Live PD. Cops is
Cops is good like 15 years ago, dude.
Listen, Cops.
It peaked 15 years ago.
Going into America's Most Wanted was the greatest hour and 30 minutes of content every fucking Saturday night. All right.
Try getting your dick wet, bro.
I was like 10.
You can spit on it.
Doesn't make fucking sense. Okay. So, but watching Cops into America's Most Wanted, and then I've been watching.
Bounty Hunter.
I used to watch reruns of Cops just to see how funny that shit is, because it's like
reruns because it was been going on forever, dude.
I know, but I like watching the old shit.
Oh, nice.
I like watching the old ones, and it's like you get to see the cesspool,
the 740p and shit like that. Or 720.
You're being too kind. It's like fucking 240p.
240.
But Cops. I fucking love Cops. But then what? The reason for them taking it out is what? Because they don't want to idolize cops.
It's bad prop. It's just not a good time right now for cops. They're getting some shit.
Well, I mean, yeah, I also noticed that on the Magicians Only. Did you bust this out? Or did you save this on the Facebook, or no? You took it
No,
off Facebook?
I mean I can look for it again. Which one?
No, it's fine. But I just it's really anti-police. This guy was showing magic tricks to.
I love everyone being anti-cops until your fucking house gets broken into, bro.
Yeah, and you have a gun.
Who you gonna fucking call? What's that? What is it? The fucking the citizen? What was it, bro? The guys who fucking don't obey the law. The sovereign citizens and
They're
shit.
gonna call them, but they're probably gonna be
They're
like,
gonna teleport to you.
no, that's not good enough. We're not gonna go over there. Right? Like instead of calling 911, they're like, yeah, we'll be right over there. It's like, you know what? That's not good enough. I'm eating right now.
Yeah.
Call me back in 30.
Yeah.
But Cops was a tremendous show. But yeah, I think it's because it glorifies cops. I think that's why they took it off, because it glorifies cops. And that right now, that's not what's hot. But on the Magicians Only page, it was a person showing tricks to, I believe, either it was a National Guard.
The National Guard, which is not even a real. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay, but they were showing tricks, and the comments were like, next on Netflix is Magic for Fascists. And then another person was like, what the fuck are you doing showing magic to pigs? I said that in
so stupid.
But that was the other one.
Yeah, ignorant.
But it was a little bit ridiculous. Just seeing them like this guy.
They were baddies, bro.
Okay, thank you for keeping to what were baddies?
The Coast Guards.
It was a dude.
No, it was chicks. It was 2 chicks.
It was a dude and a chick. If that was a chick and you called her a baddie,
the other one's a chick.
I could tell you've had 3 fucking fingers of whiskey, just based on that. It's absolutely hilarious that canceling the police is new libtard logic. Well, there's also a lot of sides to that, because what is the exaggeration is removing the police, which the majority of people aren't for. They want to defund the police and lower the actual amount of money going to the police. That's what they want to do, and give that money to social service industries to come in and kind of remediate the situation. That's what.
Okay. Jesus, okay. I'm sorry. I'm breathing over here.
But that's what is the actual thing. Then you have the extremists that are like, no, we don't need cops.
Yeah.
Completely remove cops.
No, we need cops.
Which is the retardation, right?
I'm sorry. Go.
No, I was going to say, which is the retardation, is that like, oh, they want to remove cops. But that's a small number of people, much like white supremacists. It's a small number, but it's conflated as a massive number. But
it's all of Americans.
Yeah, right. 50% of Americans are Nazis. But as far as that, it's a small amount of people that are saying, fuck the cops, we don't want any cops. The majority of people are saying, lower the funding on cops and increase the funding on these organizations or these social support groups that are going to try to remediate the situation. Either way, it's fucked.
Yeah. I mean...
But what Brian was saying was how the cops going to stop home invasions without the tanks. So he's implying, again, just the use of the force there. Right?
No, but I mean, look, dude, I don't think removing the money from the cops is the thing, dude, because we're a big country. We're like, what, 350 million people in this country?
That's the population.
You know? So we need something. We need to have fucking someone to take law and order, right? We just got to fucking make the motherfuckers
328 million.
328 million, dude. That's a lot of fucking people, dude. We have a lot of people in this country. The system needs to fucking hold those motherfuckers more accountable, bro.
Beat says paying cops is surely a great way to make sure they're less angry. All right, they're underpaid, and then they're leading with.
Well, let me tell you, a lot of these cops are killing it. Well, that's a bad choice of words.
Yeah.
But they're making a good buck right now with their regular pay.
Mm-hmm.
Their fucking overtime that they're making with the protesting and riots. Then your fucking hazard pay and your riot pay, bro.
Wow.
Probably making like $300 an hour, dude.
Damn.
Yeah.
I didn't realize hazard pay. Yeah, that might be a thing.
Bro. So they're fucking but you can't defund it. Now, do I agree that other fucking types of of groups need the money? For sure, dude. Like, you know what's a great documentary to watch? What's that little kid, Gabriel? You seen that documentary from like the little kid, I forgot, Gabriel something, where his mother and his stepfather were pretty much, you know what I'm saying? Like,
was it the one beating the poor kid that got beat up?
Where he pretty much died and he fucking,
Yeah, but that's the worst example, because that was literally.
I mean, I'm bringing this up for a reason, but it's because what sucks is that fucking, like, if you guys look at how that shit really works, dude, you have fucking third parties and
the context being that it was a kid who was killed by the parents.
Yeah.
The parents were abusing his kid for years, torturing him, putting cigarette butts on his forehead, cutting his head, punching him. And social workers ignored this and kept writing, incorrect information and saying, oh, yeah, we visited the kid and he was fine. And they never did. Yeah. And, each social worker was assigned 200 kids and they had no time.
That's not fair on them, too. It's a lot of stress. So, I agree with, maybe hold out a little bit, but let's be honest, Piggy. How much of that money really is going to get relocated somewhere else? this is not how this shit works.
That is true. And
the reason why it doesn't work, I'm sorry, the reason why it doesn't work is because that's how the cities, the counties, and the state get their funding. You know what I'm saying? They need more. You know, it's a fucking crazy cycle. So defunding the cops, I don't think is, I think, the right choice of words for this. I think you need to look up the political and see how the fucking pay for that shit really works. Like, if you really go into it, you guys will be disgusted on how much money everything, you know, how much shit they have to fucking pretend, how many tickets they write, how many deaths they report, accidents they report, so, and inflate numbers and blah, 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 so they can fucking get funding, man. But someone said a comment here. How many times have I called the cops? I called the cops, what, last week? When you and I
heard gunshots.
Yeah, we heard gunshots. I called the cops, and what, within minutes, they drove by the house.
How much? 3 times.
They called me back, and they're like, "Hey, you want to talk to us?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll talk to you guys." And they were outside my house. They were chill. I've called the cops plenty of times. I've also been pulled over by the cops and gotten a shit ton of tickets in my time. You know, it's a love and hate relationship, but dude, like, you gotta respect. Cause like I tell you, when I get pulled over, what do? I'm exaggerated as fuck, but I'm doing it for my safety, and I'm doing it so that cop doesn't think twice. Like, yo, this motherfucker wants to get crazy, dude. I don't want to get shot, bro.
Like Dan Pizza says, "I'm so glad you get that. Reasonable people don't want to completely get rid of cops." Yeah, that's the other. The thing is that a lot of, you know, the loud, irrational people are like, "No, we don't need cops."
What's that South Park episode with fuck? There's a South Park episode. Sorry about that. There's a South Park episode where I think it's the rednecks where it's like a Marsh starts a home renovation business, and like the rednecks get mad or something like that.
I briefly remember.
Right, yeah. And I think in that episode, it could be no, but in that episode, like they're arguing, but they're just getting louder. You know, they ramble, and they get louder because listen, if you don't, oh no, it's not. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. The pickle party.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's the pickle party. Where Matt and Charlie and D team up together, and since they're fucking dumb as shit combined, they're like, listen, we don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about, so we're just gonna scream and yell louder, and that's how our point gets across. Like, that can't be a solution either, bro. Like, if you just want to scream and ramble all you want, like, I don't even think you guys are having the conversation. You just want things your way or the highway. It can't be like that.
Yeah, but again, I think that you're conflating a small amount of voices that are just louder to the majority of people being rational, which is why I tend to agree, kind of be iffy on this thing. For example, I think Brian here, you're talking about we would move funds to programs that prevent the causes of crime. Now, that assumption, right, is a proactive, meaning that we're trying to prevent the root cause of crime and see if that prevents crime altogether. What we have right now is reactive. So crimes committed, cops come in, intervene, and then that person is placed, in penitentiary, and then that person is trying to be honestly separated from the rest of society. Yeah. Even though there are programs to try to remediate that person and try to bring them back as a healthy, active member of society, that's not.
But it all starts with society, though.
You're right.
That's also a society thing.
Here's the thing. What that is assuming is that everyone and most people are logical and sane human beings. Yeah. Right? That's what that assumption is. And, you deal with certain people and you talk to certain people and you're like, oh, you're not thinking the way regular people are.
But even then, what's there to say? What's the regular way of thinking, though? You know what I'm saying? I think that's all subjective. You know what I mean? Because what to you, just to add to you,
But non-criminal behavior is one. I think that's one.
Yeah, but at the same time, okay. I'm saying like within reason, though, not like, okay, obviously reasonable. Murdering somebody is not a rational way of thinking, right?
To them, it's rational.
I know. Well, I mean, let's say within the context of the law, right? We could both want good, and we could both have good solutions to the same problem. However, that's your way of thinking. Like, your point of view is your point of view, my point of view is my point of view. Doesn't mean that we're both wrong or either of us are wrong. It just means you have to work together as a community to get shit going.
But with that being said, there are people in society that just simply don't give a fuck. True. So to try to remediate people like that is
but that also, what that also falls with? Gun control.
Okay.
Right? I'm gonna give you a perfect example of gun control. No, but I'll give you a perfect example of that stuff, right? Is they want to make strict gun laws. Oh, the laws got to get stricter. The laws got to get this. We need to add all these things for gun control, right? Criminals don't obey the law, so they're gonna get those guns by illegal ways of getting those guns. So what you're essentially doing is you're fucking suppressing people, law-abiding citizens that want to get a gun, from getting a gun.
Mm-hmm.
You're making that process harder instead of, hey, let's fucking, figure out another solution. Let's analyze. Like, this is my argument: is why are there so many shootings in banks and schools? Because those are the two places where there's no guns.
Okay, but granted, but certain people don't
so maybe,
really.
I know, but I'm just
give guns to students.
I mean, no.
But within like maybe security officers, that's what you're saying.
How about putting more police in school?
Okay,
that's a good way of putting funds, I think. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. I'm just like, I think we could debate this 100 ways, but at the same time, like, I just don't think taking cops out.
Well, again, they're not taking cops out. Like, that's only
but
small.
defunding. What do you think that's going to do?
Defunding.
It's less cops on the street. You know what's a great place? What's that park by Vizcaya?
Okay.
Where Stallone and somebody, you know what I'm talking about? Next to the fucking
Allison
gardens, right? There's always a cop. There's one or two cop cars there, always there.
Okay.
Right. What does that do? You think someone that wants to commit a crime, the first place they're gonna go is go there? No, dude, because they know that that's a heat up. They're gonna go to where the cops are not.
Yeah, but I don't get what that ties into.
Because you're defunding, so it's gonna be less cops on the street, which means people are gonna know they can commit more crimes.
Okay, but the point that I was trying to make was just on the differences of trying to remediate a situation. But it's unfortunate that we have people in society that just simply don't give a fuck, and they think that it's justifiable to commit crimes. In their heads, there's no reasoning with them because that's all they know. Mm-hmm. Now, the logic behind defunding cops is, again, you're trying to have it so that there's going to be less criminals with that criminal mentality. Yeah. But the fact of the matter, it's some people, you're not going to be able to shake that criminal mentality. They're not going to be able to shake that urge or that, that sort of insightful thing that makes them rob and justify it under their, skewed logic. I just had a friend of mine whose mom got robbed. Mind you, her husband just died. And
you told me that story.
It's fucking ridiculous. But in that particular case, again, you tell a person like that, like, you're going to somebody's car. Think about how this supersedes your logic as you. For you to go to somebody's car, open a car, grab somebody's purse.
Going to somebody's property. Let's just say property, yeah.
Okay, but imagine you doing this. You would never do this because you have a, rational.
One, I also don't want to get shot, my dude.
Well, you're also reasonable.
That's in the grounds of getting shot.
But you're also reasonable, and there are certain people that are not fucking reasonable. How about putting more police to work at a counseling office, just fund counselors? I think what it boils down to is inadequate training, and
that's definitely one part. I don't think it's just that though. I think it's one part. It's one part that. But I also want to say this though, and I agree with Brian. I think this is what Brian here is trying to say is too. We have a lot of mental health issues in this country, and I think we have more institutions for prison. We have prison institutions. Well, I can't even speak. We have more jails pretty much in this country than we do mental health. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of times, people commit crimes. Don't get me wrong, dude. Look, like now with this looting that went on, you know what I'm saying? I think a small percentage was people hurting the fact that they haven't gotten jobs, they haven't paid. Like, fuck it. You know what? I'm going to break into some shoe stores. And I'm not justifying this. I'm not justifying the lootings, but I'm thinking maybe a small percentage, I haven't had income in 3 months. You know what I'm saying? This is the only way that I can think of right now to find means. Selling drugs, you got people selling face masks in the corner, on store. You know what I'm saying? Like people are desperate now for these things. So
yeah, but that's at the cost of somebody else.
I know. I'm not justifying. I'm just trying to it's TV. I'm just trying to give an example of something like this. But at the same time, I feel like why don't we go back and give to the community, bro? It could be more in the community. I remember. I don't know if I told your story, but growing up, we knew our community police officer.
I mean, that's normal.
You know what I'm saying? Not anymore.
Well, I mean, it depends.
Back then, dude, after high school, no, I think because he passed away in middle school, I think. After high school, no one knew. We didn't have cops that would go, that were playing sports with with students or hanging out with us. Like, that no longer became a thing. And I think that's part of why the communities are hurting. Now, another thing, too, is different states. You know what I'm saying? Different states have different issues. California is a state where a lot of people depend on the government versus some other states. You know what I'm saying? So instead of trying to figure out, it's California. Okay, what's good for California may not be what's good for Florida, as an example.
Okay, yeah, but there's not going to be one encompassing sort of thing.
I know, but like I'm saying, it's there's not one solution, bro.
You're right, but there are certain things that are prevalent in a lot of these places, and that is, again, inadequate training. We're trying to rush the training process, and unfortunately, people are not adequately. You're not going to be able to train for every single situation, but there are certain things that are should be logical. In this case, with this individual, it should be logical that you shouldn't restrain somebody by putting your knee on their neck, right? That's something that shouldn't even be said. It's not even a legal move in UFC, you know?
Yeah.
In martial arts, it's not a legal move. So why should it be a move that you're using to restrain somebody if it could potentially lead to death?
100% agree. But it wasn't a racial thing.
But, I mean, that's the problem.
That wasn't a racial thing. It was a shitty fucking cop.
But that's what
and a human being that was in a shitty situation too, you know?
Well, now they're saying that they had previous issues from a previous job.
Yeah.
They're saying that they both had an issue, which, again, kind of negates the idea of race when it comes to that. But you see how quickly people are. There's no solutions to this. That's the thing. We could talk years about this.
I mean,
we're wasting our time.
No, we're not. I don't think we're wasting. I don't think we're not wasting our time. I think it's good to have. No, bro, it's not wasting.
It's good to have what conversation about something that you have no power over.
That's not true. Volunteer.
Volunteer where?
Volunteer with police. Look, I know a lot of people that have small businesses that what they would do is they would pay themselves to go to the police academy, volunteer with the police, okay, and they helped out within their community. There's many ways of doing things. Listen, I don't think there's any conversation, no matter how small of a show, because we're a small show compared to someone at Chris Ramsey's level. I think any conversation is a good conversation.
Okay, no, I get that, but
because
at the same time,
you have the right to vote. You don't like your mayor? Hey, listen, you and I were having a conversation about my job. You know what I'm saying? Where Dade County right now is one of the only counties in Florida where they can't make up their minds.
Okay, but
you know what that tells me? Time to vote.
Okay, but at the same time, then you've had this discussion where you're saying all the time that you're like, I feel played. I feel right now like my actions are being controlled
by the media.
Okay, but that goes by the media, which is in whose pocket?
Not the government.
What?
They are. Hold on. I don't think the government can.
I feel like talking to Daniel after 2 fingers of whiskey is a different conversation than talking to sober Daniel.
I don't think it. No. I'm not saying it's not, but I don't think it's 100% of the government because there's also fucking influence involved in that shit.
Okay,
there's political influence, but there's also business gain from that shit.
So at the end of the day,
you know what I'm saying?
Mean? That means that
we got to become Kanye. You know what? I hate to say this. Kanye West said it. You know how the only way you become relevant.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Can't even think of the word. God, is it relevant? Relevant. God damn it. Thank you. Relevant. You got to become a billionaire, bro.
Okay. What I think this boils down to is inadequate teaching of history. And this is me being biased because
no, you're not. I think that's a great point.
The reason that's the case is because people aren't being taught history. They're being taught a skewed interpretation of history. And I think if we were taught history and, you know, the consequences of actions caused by countries, I think people would be less inclined to repeating them. So right now we're in the same situation as we've been in. We're in the same situation now that we were in 1992, that we were in 1982, that we were in 1972.
Look at the fucking that's politics at that point.
No, it's not. It's everything. It's culture. It's politics. But as humans, again, you have to understand that we're flawed. We're going to have the same mentality that are going to lead us to have the same problems. But if we study history, we at least have a knowledge base where we know, oh, this happened. We shouldn't make the same mistakes as we did previously because this is where it's going to lead us. We could study history and see, look what happened after this situation. Look what happened after this. We don't want to get there. We don't want to be in a position where we're having an unnecessary war with another country, you know, but that boils down to studying history. And right now, I don't think that's a focus. I think right now the focus is on, you know, dare I say, I hate the idea of assuming that everybody is a winner. But right now, when it comes to the school system, it's very structuralized and it's very, we're going to teach
you. What's that meme that shows you how technology has evolved in the last 40 years? And then they show like the school system. It's pretty much the same thing. Yeah, man.
Yeah, but the reason is because right now we're focusing on standardized testing. Okay. Which is something that started in the 90s and, you know, was even on the 80s. So it's standardized testing. And coming from someone who was there, you see that the focus isn't on knowledge. It's on, we're going to get you to pass this test. And after you pass that test, we don't give a fuck about that. And I got in trouble because it's like, okay, so we see that your lesson plan right now is supposed to be here, but you're still here. Yeah, because I took extra time with this subject because this is an interesting subject, because this is something that's relevant and this is something that historically is something that's made a huge difference on us. So I want to spend a little bit more time on this subject. Yeah, but the tests are coming up. So you need to be able to, you know, you need to be by here. I'm talking to
I'm listening. I was just
it's a lot of focus on standardized testing, and I think that kind of.
I mean, I think that's definitely a great point, and that's one thing. I mean, I think the education has to start with people. Look how many look at the fucking kids now. Everyone's entitled. But
That's because everyone's a winner constantly.
Yeah,
it's like,
dude, you got listen.
losing.
Losing's got to be a thing. But I mean, I think listen,
I want to see the comments here. I want to go through the comments and see what
the conversation. No, go. But I think the conversation has to start, within ourselves. It's great. Like I actually went to go visit a friend yesterday. I haven't seen, you're the only person I actually hang out with. I went to go see one of my really good buddies yesterday, and we had a great conversation. I got to hear their point of view. I think it's important to hear multiple point of views on this kind of stuff, because you can make a decision based on actual life, not what your social media fucking shit's telling you to go with. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
let's read a couple of these comments here. So Brian says, fund them. Brian Ballard says, dude, if you act like a moron or an asshole or show no respect to anyone, that's how
you should get your ass beat.
We're going to be treated, especially when someone doesn't know you. Dankula says, we can be the new Avengers. Brian says, mental health, better education. Yeah, those are all things that could definitely help out. And mental health is, I think, a bigger issue, but that also conflates to the gun control issue. Because a lot of times it's like you see these people with these, guns, and then you immediately jump to it being a gun issue. But really, it's a fucking mental health issue.
I mean, look, I think mental health is very important. I don't know about a lot of you guys, but I have a lot of friends who went into the military when I was in high school. And a lot of them, didn't come back right, man. And I've been there through their bad times, and I've seen that there's no help, man. You know what I'm saying? There's no help, and there's no group where they can rely on. And it's tough because you don't know what these people have been through, bro. They saw some shit out there, especially, this is like during the Afghanistan and all that stuff,
Mm-hmm.
where they're in the Middle East. Like, dude, a lot of shit happened over there, and they saw a lot of action. But I mean,
Zygan says it right. I think Zygan says it right. Education is number one.
Is what?
Education is number one.
I mean, 100%.
It starts at education, because again, so for example, those army people, right? They're not coming back right. And granted, you could argue about the actual, necessity for war. You could argue about that, and talk about.
We got to be the ones winning. No, but I mean, look, I think education, everything, not just school, though, right? I've always said I would love the government to put more funding for gun control, or not for gun control, but gun education, where if you have purchased a gun in the last year, hey, take a course, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think you should take a course. I think every few years, you should buy that book I sent. Remember that book I sent you? You should buy that book. I think it's things where I think it'd be great for the state to get involved and encourage these things. You know what I'm saying? Where, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Those are just things that I think would help. You know what I'm saying? Taking a class, reading your laws and reading your safety stuff, reading protocol, those are
That's
things
specifically about guns.
Gun
control. Yeah, no, you're right.
So education, it boils down to education, mental health, education, educate the people to understand and recognize these things, compassion.
It's the same argument. Okay, so what's the shitty part is you have people making, I'm just using guns as an example, but you're having people making gun laws that have,
fucking asshole. Sorry.
That have no experience of guns. Same thing that you have people making laws.
What was the first suggestion I made you? To you.
But I'm using that as an example. I'm saying people also are making laws about education. I've never taught a fucking kid in their lives.
Yeah.
I've never taught anything. Their only experience is what they did when they grew up, right? So it's really hard to come up with solutions that are going to appease everybody or be logical. But I think right now it actually, it benefits to have people have a shitty education. It benefits, politically for the masses not to have a good education.
Of course, dude.
Because then, imagine you
can control them.
But imagine what the
pay attention.
You on fucking whiskey is unbearable. So the normal life of an individual, right? They go to middle school, they go to high school, they go to college.
They start at elementary school.
Gatorpoon. Okay. So
I know, but you
middle school, high school. Okay, middle school counts because you're trying to get into a good high school, right? Elementary school doesn't fucking count because you could go to any shitty elementary school. You're still going to get into a middle school, right? Whatever middle school you want.
That's a thing?
Yeah. So you're going to go to a good middle school, right? So you could go to a good high school. And then the encouragement is to go to college. But when you go to college, the encouragement is to start credit. So you need to get a credit card. They encourage you to get a credit card and
get into debt.
Essentially get into debt and learn how to pay it.
And you're in the system. No, they don't teach you how to pay.
That's the thing. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. But you keep fucking interrupting me. So what I'm saying is they encourage you to get a credit card.
Tell them.
Build credit. Okay? Build credit. And then be able to pay that credit. And then go through college, not understanding what it is that you want to do for the rest of your life, pushing you to go to college, and then using that college education to get a job. That's what.
And then pay for that college education for 30 years of your life.
Exactly. So not only
I know
right
doctors
now,
still paying for that shit.
you're stuck with credit card debt, you're stuck with student loans, and they don't teach you that sometimes you might not even need college. There's certain people that are better off.
Yeah, look at me. I've done fantastic without college.
I think you're one of the opposites that would have done better with a better education. But what I'm saying is you have people that there's no encouragement for things that are necessary. There's no encouragement for like trade jobs, for example, or skill related jobs like, you know, mechanics and shit. There's no pushing.
But a lot of this stuff is also going to fucking robots.
But you're pushing a lot of people to get into college unnecessarily, right? And to get an education that's not going to help them out in that case. But what I'm saying is there's no one simple solution for everything. And unfortunately, right now we're trying to push kids that have no idea about what it is to, you know, have an ordinary life or do things that are required in terms of living. We're trying to push them and telling them, oh, you need to do this, you need to do this, and not, you know, necessarily explaining what actually entails living an actual fucking life, you know? So it just boils down to education, and it boils down not to be pushing unnecessary standardized tests, not caring about the actual education of an individual. But unfortunately, Daniel,
you gotta move to the Netherlands, bro. I heard that's where the shit is at, man. It's popping.
It favors people
because
not be educated correctly.
Because you get people to go to the military.
Not be
you get fucking people, you fucking don't train them and they get into debt. Look how long it took me to get out of debt.
That's funny.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
but that's the cards. Those are the cards.
Actually, the cards been the best part of my life. I spent the less on stupid shit.
Let's see. Brian Denkulo.
Can we just talk about a fucking double lift? That's right, damn it.
Brian Connor Denkulo. Are they really talking about there's no help, but don't defund the police? I don't know what that means.
Yeah, can't
but again, I think again you have a bunch of different underlying you have a bunch of underlying issues, and right now the big push is to defund, but I think it's to fund correctly.
Yeah, don't follow the fucking masses, guys.
Okay, but that's not what
I know. But I'm saying that because what it is, it's copy and paste, though, bro.
Okay, but
look at the fucking Blackout Tuesday. That shit was all copy and paste, man. They're, you know, like, I don't know. Sorry, I'm ranting. Go, bro.
I could fucking tell.
Sorry, bro. I'm angry. I got the documents.
Okay, so on what I'm saying is, better education doesn't just necessarily mean with kids. It also means to a job, like a police officer. So what happens right now is you're trying to, you know, make that process as expedited as possible. Right, you're trying to make that process as fast as possible, and unfortunately, that leads into undertrained cops, which is what happened here. Now, that could be also an individual. That could be one specific individual that, you know, was just shitty at his job. It's not just reflective.
And that, but he was also. So here's another thing too: is this fucking guy? It wasn't just one fucking thing. It was a ton of things. He has like a cop shouldn't. You know what? I think a 3-strike rule would be great for a police officer. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? 3 strikes, you're out, bro.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, but you also, but you know what's the catch into with that one? One fucking department kicks him out, the other one picks him up.
Yeah, well, that's what tends to happen. But then, unfortunately, there's nobody. You know, it's the Watchmen shit of who's watching the Watchers, right? So it's hard for.
Oh, that's a great movie.
But it's hard to get. So I could tell you're like 10.
So what?
I could tell you're 10 because I'm using it as an example, and you're like, that's a good movie.
Dude, The Watchmen's a fucking fantastic movie. Great soundtrack.
It adds to this because technically, look how hard it is to actually investigate a cop. You know, look how hard it is to get actually anything
not only
done
that,
when it comes to
who investigates the cop?
The cops.
Internal affairs. A cop.
Fucking cops. Exactly.
So like the same game that the street cops are playing, so are the internal affair cops playing. You know what I'm saying? So,
but it boils down to, again, better training. It boils down to.
I miss when you were able to citizens arrest a motherfucker.
When were you able to do that?
Like it became less popular after the 90s, dude. But that was a thing, dude. Citizens on patrol was a legit thing, dude. Especially here in Miami, they had their own cop cars and everything.
I didn't know that.
Citizens on patrol was a thing here in Miami, bro. Mm-hmm. It was a thing a lot more in other cities too. But I remember clearly growing up with citizens on patrol.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Where you had to do it in the neighborhood. I remember our citizens on patrol guy here, dude.
That's funny.
Yeah, man. He had a cop and like he always had like the hand-me-down cop car. You know what I'm saying? Like the hand-me-down. Where he knocks on your door. Hey, you guys mind jump-starting my car for a minute, kind of a thing.
What's the old cop car? The Crown
Vics? Yeah, bro.
But it's what it boils down to. Nobody's gonna have the right solution, and a lot of people are trying to come up with solutions to fix problems. Sometimes they're trying to fix problems that aren't really problems. Yeah. But I think the best thing we could do, is try to push for better education on all fronts, and also push for better awareness of mental health issues.
Yeah.
And I think from that, we're going to have at least a good way to start off.
I think that's a good jumping off point.
Those are good jumping off points. Now, are those going to be end-all solutions for everything? No. The reason for that is because at the end of the day, we have one tragic flaw.
We're humans. We're humans. Fucking humans. We're a bunch of Karens.
Let's see.
Good talk, Piggy. I like talking like this with you, bro.
Yeah, it was barely a talk. It was more listening to your drunk rant.
Let me tell you about that fucking.
Let me see this one here. Piggy sounded like a Bernie bro all of a sudden. No, Trump all the way.
You know, can I say something too that was kind of weird? I'm not gonna throw out any names here, but within my circle of friends, right? I've heard something from I'm trying to how do I classify this group? So this is a well-educated group of friends of mine. They professors, masters, you know what I'm saying, like doctors, stuff like that. For the first time, dude, I heard one of them say yes to me yesterday, and I was like, wow, I can't believe it's like this now. But he's like, I registered Democrat, and I'm voting against anyone who has a chance to beat Trump out of hate.
You're voting to anyone?
That they're going to vote for anyone other than Trump, or who has a chance of beating Trump out of hate.
Yeah, it's not about...
And I was like, damn, bro, like, what the fuck, dude?
Okay, but again, that is another issue altogether.
That's crazy.
We've always had this issue, though. There's always been
I agree. I've never experienced this, though, bro.
But there's a big difference now.
Yeah.
That we have the ability to hear other people's voices at a louder volume because of social media. Whereas before, I've heard it. No. See, the thing is, I've heard this on social media, dude. But I'm saying, like, within my shit, to have a voice-to-voice convo, like, whoa. Okay, but the fact of the matter is that most people, that's a minority. I think that's a minority. What you're going to have a lot... Yeah, we're having a great conversation, bro.
I can do things. Go, bro.
I think the majority of people, all right, when it comes to at least educated and, logic or rational.
Yeah, I got a master's in that.
Rational individuals who have ideologies based on how they were raised, right? I think that's most people. What you're fucking...
Because you're not looking directly at the camera.
I'm looking at you because you're... Oh, my God. What I'm saying... Okay, the majority of people are going to be logical, well-rational individuals that have beliefs based on how they were raised.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If you were raised in a different household, you would have different set of beliefs. Now, that doesn't apply to everyone. You could be raised by a certain set of beliefs and then completely go against that.
Yeah.
That's perfectly fine. That's a small portion of people, though. Because when it comes to politics and religion, typically, those are things that linger from your parents. This is just studies, psychology, and shit.
Yeah, somewhat.
But right now, what you're getting are people having more... are having stronger beliefs because of what they see on social media, because what they see on the news, and that because it gets ratings, you're not going to get people that are rational, that are with the loud voices. You're going to get the extremes.
Show them the documents.
But the assumption is that everybody's an extremist when it comes to the right, the left. No, the truth of the matter is that the majority of people are rational, logical,
somewhat
based on their beliefs. But the assumption now is that anytime somebody comes in and they have a different perspective, you're thinking, wait, everything I've seen on social media, everything I've seen on the news is that this person is a crazy fucking either racist or crazy liberal, or to the point where it's on the opposite side of the spectrum, right? That's the assumption right now based on a perception based on social media. But that's a vocal minority. That's a massively vocal minority. The majority of people are rational and they're not these crazy sort of extremists on both sides. That's what I think.
What percentage do you think that is?
Of rational people?
Yeah.
80.
I disagree. I think the number is way
But then
lower.
you're basing
I think
it
the
off-
number. Well, I'm basing it off because
The loud people on social media.
No, dude. I'm talking about within my circle of people that
That's
I speak
anecdotal.
to. Huh?
That's anecdotal.
I know, bro, but you have to base it on that, though.
Okay.
You can't just base it on, because it's either that or social media. Who else would you base it on?
Okay.
Because you don't know other people. You don't know, for example, like your neighbors. You don't know how they think.
No, but
So you have to go with your group.
I think you're misunderstanding my argument. My argument is that I'm saying that these are always been problems, and there's always been a little bit of a divide, and people have always been strong about their beliefs when it comes to this. But right now it's more prevalent, and you're more aware of it because of social media, which is a double-edged sword, because we have the ability to hear somebody on a different side of the planet within milliseconds. But at the same time, I'm done fucking.
I'm hearing you, bro. Something
I'm done
millisecond.
talking to you because you're looking. Who mentioned me?
I'm doing everything. No, hold on, Piggy.
Who mentioned me in the comments?
You know what you should also mention?
Let me look through the comments and see if
You're
somebody
a piece of shit.
mentioned me instead of paying attention to a conversation. Oh wait, he said guns. Yeah, man, gun control is a really crazy thing.
I know what you ended with. Now talk about the merch.
That's literally you. That's literally dealing with.
Talk about the
fucking
merch,
ass.
bro.
What I'm saying, Daniel, is that these are
No. You already canceled it, bro.
I cancel it.
Cancel
right?
culture.
What I think is that now you're more aware of this because of social media, so you think it's a bigger issue than it actually is.
I don't know, dude.
It's
I
a
mean,
bigger
I
factor.
know we were having this conversation today, but fuck, dude. Part of me, I don't know. I kind of see the Obama strategy of everything. You know what I'm saying? Which is, if what people see is what people believe, right? So why did I when Obama was running for president, right? I remember it was all social media. Facebook was all Obama, right?
Okay, yeah.
So it was one of those things. It's almost like Kennedy.
Okay.
It was almost like the Kennedy era, where it's like, why did people always said that, why did Kennedy win? Because he was a good-looking guy, and it was the first time in history where we're having the debates televised. So people are
people
looking
on the radio said
yeah.
Nixon was better. People on TV said Kennedy was better.
Yeah. So it's I think that's what happened for the Obama. Now in the Trump era, right? I'm seeing
the same level of hate, but towards Trump.
Yeah, bro.
Exactly.
So that's why I'm telling you. I think, look, I don't love and hate the guy. And I always said this. I go, you can't root against your own president. It's fucking stupid. You're in the fucking country,
But you
dude.
could disagree with him.
You could disagree, but
on
you
all
can't
fronts.
root.
Okay.
Don't root against your president, dude. It's like rooting against yourself, man. You're in this country. It is. Because you're in this country. If he fails, you fail. We have to succeed as a nation, bro.
And that is
now,
true, but that's
if you
hard
don't
to
like what he
divide.
did, guess what? Now in November, you have the right to do what you got to do. But what I'm saying is it almost looks like we're, dude, people are seeing so much hate towards Trump, and then you grow that hate towards Trump.
Okay, but that same hate was against Obama. That same hate was against Bush. That same hate was against Clinton. That
but
same hate was against Bush.
I mean, I don't think he might. I don't
It's
know.
the same,
Look, I've been very happy with what's been going on up until I think this Rona shit started. You know what I'm saying? I
but
was
it's the
very
same
happy
hate.
how we handled the China situation. I was happy with the economy. We're doing great. We've always talked about this. The economy was doing fantastic.
Okay, but
now we're in the situation where, I think
this has always been an issue, though.
No,
This has literally always been a fucking issue.
Yeah.
This has always been a fucking issue. There's always been hatred against the person in power.
Yeah.
Literally. The only difference is that now we're more aware of it because
Yeah.
people have the ability to post. This is what I've been saying for the past fucking hour. So, again, the same hatred that you said Obama had, right? What's
but
hysterical
he was
to me.
liked. The media
Okay.
loved that guy, bro.
Okay, yeah. Same thing with Trump. People love Trump. Same.
The media
there's
doesn't
on
love
both
Trump.
sides.
Yeah,
On
but I
both
don't know.
sides, okay?
I get what you're saying, and I understand what you're saying.
The
But this is
perfect
just
example.
what
Okay.
this is just what I'm seeing. You know what I'm saying? I
Okay.
think we could be seeing two different things.
No, but the thing, what I'm saying is that we repeat. This is a cycle. We're literally in a cyclical cycle that we seem to have Alzheimer's because we're like, oh yeah, this is the first time this has ever happened. No, it's not. It's not because you're not fucking studying history.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Look at Bush. Again, Bush is a great example within our lifetimes. During Bush's presidency,
The
I could not
Patriot
see
Act.
a positive word about
The
George W.
fucking
Bush.
Patriot Act,
Okay,
bro.
Daniel,
Fucking-
but listen,
I know,
there
sorry.
wasn't a positive statement about
Yeah.
Bush in that time period apart from people on the right. And even people on the right hated Bush.
Fool me once.
But here's
Shame
the
on
thing.
you.
Here's the thing about Bush. What are you seeing now?
Yeah. Oh,
There's love, right? People
oh my
love
god.
Bush.
Yeah, the fucking kidding me, bro. I think that. I mean, I'm gonna piggyback on the but what I'm saying is, I remember seeing some shit about how much people love Bush, and I was like, I don't remember you guys loving that motherfucker when he was in power, son.
He literally caused a fucking $8 billion, $1 trillion fucking war in Iraq and Afghanistan, right? So, but it's what I'm saying is that we're prone and we're literally repeating history and forgetting about what just happened, and that's happening constantly, which is a part that I keep like trying to fucking understand. It's like, okay, so we're having the same issues that we had with Trump with Obama. We're having the same issues that we had with Obama with Bush, and then now we have all this anti-media hatred. But it's the loud minority.
Yeah.
It's the vocal, loud minority.
Yeah. I mean, let's
So
see where it
coming in
goes.
this election, I mean, there's nobody that's going to oppose him. That's going to make him win. There's enough, I think, support.
It's
for him
also
he's
weird
gonna
that Biden hasn't chosen a vice president, huh?
win. Yeah, because I'm sure he's probably picking somebody that's going to be, the person that's going to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to vote for him.
Let's diddle that guy.
Maybe, or an attractive person that he could kind of hug awkwardly. But the point is that we're in fucking constant repetition of history, right? We're in constant repetition of fucking history. This is the last show.
No, I
We're in
agree.
constant repetition of history.
I agree.
And I think it boils down to improving education.
Yeah.
All right. And we'd be at least a little bit better off because we keep seeing the same shits happening over and over again. And you know what? It's going to get to the point where it's going to be, we literally have Alzheimer's as a mass. We have Alzheimer's.
I agree with you. We have, what is it? What's the 24-hour culture? I think it's called something like that.
Brian says same problems except the last guy could speak in complete sentences. Talking about Obama. That's funny.
Fool me once, shame on you.
I'm trying to do
Fool me twice, can't get fooled again. That's my favorite quote.
Let me see if I could.
Chill out the merch, by the way.
What merch? Yeah, we're fixing this.
I know, but chill it
Let
out,
me show
bro.
merch that we're not selling yet.
Doesn't. Oh my god, bro. It's just a little minor fix.
Oh, I hit you with logic. Yeah. Okay.
No, it's not logic.
This is hot merch that we have here. This is
Coming soon.
Coming soon.
That's all I want you to say.
Okay.
Can you also move your mic to my left a little bit? There. Oh yeah, look at that fucking merch.
Okay. So let me look up Trump to see if I could do an imitation. Trump talking. Let me see. I have to hear him in order to do like a proper Trump imitation here. But I just think it's education. I think improving education will at least put us off in a better spot, because improving education means you're studying history, which means you understand that we keep being on a cycle and forgetting about our previous cycle. So I think that's going to be.
Oh, I saw what you did there.
Yeah. Trump response to George Floyd protest. Let me see if I could hear Trump and do a Trump imitation. That's a hot bitch. Okay. Actually, never mind. Can I please get a fucking video of Trump talking here so I could try to do a Trump imitation? The American people, they love black people. I love blacks. My wife's black.
We have the biggest black.
You know what he has? He has a side. That's what he has, a script, right? He has a script, and then he deviates from the script, and he goes, "We have the best. I'm the best president for blacks that we've ever had." I'm not good at imitations. I'm really not good.
All right. Oreos and peanut chips.
Let's see. Same problems. Educate a Brit. What is the Patriot Act? The Patriot Act was essentially an excuse for the government to be able to look at your cell phone records.
And the world.
Look at your... well, back then, cell phones were less prevalent. But look at your phone records. Look at pretty much... if they suspected that you were under any sort of, attempt to go against the country, they had the right to be able to look at your records and try to make that. But...
Oi, the Patriot Act is scum.
The problem with that is that their definition of you having connections could be interpreted by them.
Yeah.
So they could say, like, we feel like you might be in tune with...
You know what's a crazy thing? When I used to work at the bank, how easily people used to get labeled terrorist.
Yeah.
Like, they can label you terrorist, dude. And I remember some old lady came to the house, came to the bank. It's like, I'm trying to take money out. And, like, I would look at that shit. I'm like, lady, I can't give you nothing because your shit's labeled fucking terrorist here on my fucking screen, dude.
That's funny.
And old lady's like, I just came from Cuba like 2 weeks ago. And
yeah, but then they could, so for example, they could label you that, and then that's grounds for probable cause.
Fucked, bro.
So pretty much it's a probable cause. But then again, okay, but that was started by someone who's loved right now. I want to say loved by people who pretty much were it's not even hate, it's vitriol. It's like a level above hate that right now, or what they had for Bush in his presidency. But right now it's love. Right now it's nothing but affection,
Yeah, dude. Shout out to that war hero.
We're in a circle. I'm telling you, we're in a fucking circle.
I'm not disagreeing with you there, bro.
The main problem is that you guys have a factual two-party system. It encourages black and white thinking that's not sufficient. It encourages
blocks
for today's problems anymore, says Beats. Trump
Can I read comments with my British accent? As a German, I can tell you're heading towards totalism.
Totalitarianism.
That's what I said. Totalism.
You're making me retarded. You're making me fucking retarded. Stop it, piggy. Stop it. Says Vuk Lalik. I know you said something before.
That's the Russian genius under hidden and shit.
That's racist. What logical reason are there to vote for a senile old man with Alzheimer's? I think his wife's kind of attractive. I don't know if I remember back in the 90s. Biden's wife's attractive. But I'm sure he picked the young one on purpose. So it says, I want to believe that, Piggy, but I feel like Danny is right. I don't know what he's talking about. Seeing people's social media increases the amount of people who are influenced by said social media posts, says Lindsay.
Damn right. And Lindsay hates me too, bro.
Your own brain, not what celeb X or public figure or Y or Z. This is your life. You get to spend it however you want in this country. No do-overs. Think smart, everyone. That's funny.
Do-overs. I'm going to Control-Alt-Delete this year, bro.
Better police training assumes the average cop is even interested in learning. I think it's just a mindset problem, says Beats. Let's see this one. Karen's as police officer. That's great. The education system is the main problem that causes this shit, not because of the funding, but because of the neo-Marxist professors who brainwash students into believing into group identity. Well, that is another issue. Unfortunately, we
don't have another hour, but that's another one too, right? Professors?
Well, yeah, I say this from literally the inside coming in, but
that's what she said.
Okay, what I'm saying is, I think to become a teacher is too easy. At least here.
Just like a cop.
Yeah, exactly. So again, it boils down to education.
Wow, isn't that
become
crazy?
a teacher.
Educational teachers and cops are the easiest functions to get
But
into.
where does it start? It starts off as a teacher. We're forcing everybody to go through middle school, to elementary school, and through high school, right? That is forcible from this country, right? You have to. For example, if you're under the age of 18 and you're on the street during school time, cops could technically pick you up. They could technically.
I've never once. Isn't actually it's funny. We skip all the time.
Okay, but
cops would never pick us up.
But they're supposed to. They're supposed to pick you up and take you home and be like, "Hey, why the fuck are you cutting class?"
Because I want to, bitch.
So it's forced. It's pretty much forced upon you to get elementary school, middle school, and high school. It's forced. So pretty much those are people that are going to be future cops, future politicians, future doctors, right? And it starts on education. But that starts at the teacher because they're the ones educating.
Yeah.
And to become a teacher, it's a fucking joke.
Yeah,
it's literally a joke. Like the education, the classes that I had to take to become a teacher were all based around the concept of teaching preschool. It doesn't matter if you are going to teach high school. It doesn't matter if you're going to teach middle school. They are literally founded on kindergarten.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy to me. So I'm here sitting down in this fucking class and the teacher's like, okay, so we're going to go through this. I'm like, yeah, but this is stuff that would be catered towards kindergarten kids. But no, this was a general education class. Like, how the fuck? Not once did we talk about anything that would be catered towards high school.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. Then even after that, it was only 2 semesters. So to become a teacher, you only need 2 semesters of education.
Well, I'm getting a
bachelor's degree, technically.
I'm going to teach these kids how to fucking live it up.
So it starts at that. So, and it's very easy I almost know exclusively retarded teachers. Like, there are very few teachers that I'm like, wow, you know your shit. Like, you're a fucking, like, you are tremendous.
Like, clap them up and shit.
I knew very few teachers. The majority of teachers, I'm like, yeah, I'm doing this for money. You know, it's easy money. I get 3 months off in the summer, 2 weeks off in December. So for the teacher, a lot of the teachers that I knew, it was about the benefits of being a teacher. And it wasn't about the money. Because imagine, you're making not a lot of money, but you have 3 months paid to yourself in the summer, right? So it's less about being a teacher and more about the benefits of being a teacher. So I'm like, do you not understand you're going to be dealing with 30 kids on an hourly basis?
30 kids? Wow, what school did you go to? Sounds like a privileged school.
Okay, you fucking retard. What I said was 30 kids per hour, you fuck. You keep jumping the gun, which tells me a lot about your sex life.
I have a fantastic sex life.
So what I'm saying is you're dealing with 30 kids. You do, as a teacher, these people aren't aware. They're just like, oh, I'm just gonna fucking literally have this program teach the kids. A lot of these teachers are just like, oh,
video teaching.
Yeah, I'm gonna have this program
teach the
kids.
Kids.
Yeah, because you slept.
No, dude, because it was fucking good movies, bro. That's how I got that's how I know so much about American cinema, bro.
Let me tell you, being a teacher was the thing that made me hate education most, because you sit with the principal, and same thing I told you earlier. He bitches at you for staying on one subject for a while, right? But I'm like, okay, so you're telling me that I have to cover this entire period of human history, hundreds of years. I have to cover this in 2 class periods. So I have to cover this entire section of history in 2 class periods. Okay.
What kind of movie was that?
Huh?
What movie was playing that you guys saw that took 2 classes to watch?
What?
What, bro? All my education came from movies in high school, dog.
Okay, Daniel, if you were paying even half attention to what I fucking said was what they expect you to do is to teach a time period.
What's a time period?
A historical period in time. A segment of years in which history occurred.
Okay. Like a timeline.
It's on a timeline.
Okay.
So you're trolling me. If you're not trolling me, then holy shit. If you are not fucking trolling me.
Now, I will share this with you. My favorite teacher, Mr. Marcus, I think he might have passed away.
To avoid you.
I think he was... That's fucked up. I believe he was a Holocaust survivor, or his family was a Holocaust. I don't remember. I remember, but I know that Holocaust was like in his... I think he might have been a Holocaust survivor.
Okay.
Well, his Holocaust education was on point. You know what I'm saying? But it was all movies.
Okay.
Like, I learned everything about the Holocaust through fucking movies.
Okay.
You know?
Well, okay. But that's one segment of history. What I'm bitching about,
you can teach
Daniel,
math with movies, right?
Like, what I'm bitching about, Daniel, has nothing to do with that. But that's why I guess what you understood. We have another fucking subject that I don't even know if we're gonna get into.
We
today.
have Brazilian cheese bread and tater tots for dinner.
That's great.
Is that good for you?
Yeah, that's phenomenal, Daniel. Jesus fucking Christ. Ignore Danny and read the comments. This is so good. This is what I pay for. Piggy's gonna kill Danny right now. Yeah, I feel like I might. This fucking retardation. 30? Wow, you went to a privileged school. Oh my god. 30 an hour.
Dude, everything 30, but what's 30 students
Different
an hour?
Students an hour.
How does that work? How did you teach 30 students an hour? Like every hour was a different class?
Well, about every hour and 20 minutes was a different period. Right?
Mm-hmm.
We had 4 periods in a day.
Okay.
Right? So you had about that lunch.
Dude, 30 kids was not even my smallest fucking class growing up, dude.
Okay, yeah, but this school had 900 kids max.
Must be nice. Must be nice.
Less than an average fucking teacher in a bigger public school.
Sorry.
Oh my goodness. I'm sorry that you could only get to your fucking local school. That's what it was. That your middle school grades were so fucking abysmal that they're like, yeah, you gotta go to your home school, dude. Oh my
Dude,
God.
Stingeries for life, bro.
Yeah, Stingeries.
Udonis has them from the Heat played in my school, dog. That's our only ticket to fame.
Fucking biggest retardation. I don't even know what I was trying to summarize because you've literally just fucking. Oh man, I want to get a gun now. I was never stopped for skipping. Must be a Florida thing. Denkulo's right. Sample size of 2 equals proof. Fuck. Danny loved your Stephen Hawking impression.
It's a banger.
Shit, that's disgusting. I find that culturally offensive, Daniel. I don't know what this one was. Let me read this comment here. Anyone notice Pig Cake does a perfect De Niro impression? I'm going to do a perfect fucking Rambo impression with your shotgun.
Serpico.
I'm going to do a shotgun. I'm going to do a fucking Rambo impression right now.
Rambo was using automatic machine guns.
Yeah, you don't have automatic machine guns here, so I have to improvise.
So that's fucking Terminator, maybe?
Paraphrase. I'm paraphrasing.
Okay, get your fucking American cinema together, bro.
That's what you were educated in.
All right,
right?
bro. Get your American cinema together.
So are we going to talk about this next fucking comment or this
let's do it.
subject or
let's
talk about the beef? Are we going to talk about that? Are we going to talk about that, Daniel? I don't even know. Which part of the UK are you from? Danny probably rode the short bus to public school. I believe it. I believe that Daniel rode the short bus to school. I definitely... Actually, no, you didn't ride the bus because you were fucking a block away from the school. You live like 3 blocks away from the
I
school.
walked because I wasn't privileged enough to ride the bus or be driven to school.
Privileged enough. No, they didn't trust you in the bus.
All right, dude. All right. I'm sorry that I couldn't have a mom to pay for my transportation to school.
You were so retarded that they didn't trust you in the bus. You superseded the short bus where you're like, no, he's going to be a damage. He's going to be liable to damage to the people around him. Have him walk. And if he gets lost, well, one less retard.
Privileged. Let's get to this next topic, bro.
How do you keep saying? I don't even fucking know. I don't even know how I keep fucking saying with this retardation here. But I saw a good comment and I just got distracted by you guys get 3 months off over here at 6 weeks. Yeah, teachers get, if you're a full-time teacher, you get 3 months off during the summer. You get 2 weeks off.
What are the 3 months? It ends June, right?
It just started.
So June, July, and then you're back August. Oh yeah, nah. Is it 3 months or like
3 months? 3 months.
weeks?
Because at the end of August. You literally come back at the end of August, early September. But then you're off 2 weeks in December, paid. 3 months off, paid. A week off in Thanksgiving, paid. A week off in April, paid.
Wow.
A week, there's another, you get holidays all the time, right?
And then teachers have the audacity to fucking bitch.
Yeah, but here's the thing. The majority of teachers are not in it, Daniel, for the education. They're in it because
they're in it for the money.
Well, it's shitty money, but you're working half the year, right? You're working half the fucking year. So it's like, so you could literally do anything else. You could have a YouTube channel where you do videos. That's how much time you have. You could dedicate yourself to shooting videos after school, after you're done dealing with the retardation.
All right, get to this next topic.
The next topic and the last topic that we're ever going to cover, because this is the last fucking episode of this stupid show, is some beef between Nicholas Lawrence. This isn't even worth it anymore. This isn't even fucking worth it. Nicholas Lawrence.
Play the video. Do you want me to play the video?
Which video?
The video from the YouTube.
You could show the the TV's off. Oh. You could show the actual post, but not play the video. Can you do that?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So are they seeing this?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a post that Nicholas Lawrence made. Nicholas Lawrence has a beef with Will Tsai. If you're not familiar,
who are these people?
Okay, well, Nicholas Lawrence is a very, I would say, visual sort of. He comes out with a lot of
That's
these.
the Asian person.
No, that's okay. Will Tsai is the Asian person.
Okay.
Okay. The American guy is Nicholas Lawrence.
Okay.
You could figure that because Nicholas Lawrence is a white name and Will Tsai.
Well, I didn't want to assume, okay? I don't assume people's culture.
In this case, it's logical to assume that Will Tsai would be the Asian and Nicholas Lawrence. I could not come up with a whiter name. And the guy's name was Nicholas Cracker Lawrence. So they have some beef because of a particular vanish. Wow, this is really what we've come to. Talking about beef with magicians and vanishes.
Damn, son. It's getting heated.
I was really not understanding of this particular beef because it's probably the most virgin-y shit. But here's a timeline from my understanding of the proceedings. So if you're not familiar with Will Tsai was on America's Got Talent. He had this bit where he did a trick that was a little bit controversial.
Coins, yeah.
Because the assumption is that America's Got Talent helped out a little bit with the editing to make it better.
What do you think happened?
I think that they helped out a little bit to make it better.
Wow. Yeah. So it's not even authentic to watch that show anymore.
No, you just literally see the proof on Captain Disillusion's video. Captain Disillusion is another YouTuber. He dropped a phenomenal video.
He dropped bangers.
Where he was going into the Will Tsai's use of CGI, which is what Nicholas Lawrence has an issue with. In that Will Tsai doesn't call himself a magician. He calls himself a visualist.
Oof.
So in this case, there's beef because he put a vanish. Will Tsai in 2017. All right, here's a timeline just to kind of make sure. Will Tsai in 2017 had a post where he held his hand like this and then did this and the card disappeared and he showed both hands empty. Right? It was done with CGI. So in early 2018, Nicholas Lawrence had a method.
You're not going to do the trick?
No, I can't because it's shitty. I can't do it well. So Nicholas Lawrence came up with a method for that trick that he was going to put out, right? And actually, you could go, you're on Nicholas Lawrence's account?
Yeah.
Go to his actual account. So click on his name. And then I'll tell you when the actual pictures. I have a fucking headache from dealing with you.
I have a headache from dealing with you.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, bro.
I think that's from using big words. That's probably where your headache is. Oh, what's the institutionalization? No, I can't spell that. I have a headache. Scroll down. No, up. No, that's him. That's Nicholas Lawrence. I actually met him in Ohio.
That's the guy from Penguin?
He's in Abstract Effects now, I think. But he has a lot of stuff with Penguin Magic.
I think I met this guy.
Probably did. He was in Ohio. I think he was in Ohio doing stuff with Abstract Magic. He was in there.
I think I met him at a card convention, man. I can't remember.
Probably.
They all look alike to me.
But I met him in Ohio. He did this fucking trick. No, go up. He did a trick where he fucking has a deck in one hand and a card in the other, and they switch places, and it's all sleight of hand. I lost my nut doing that. Which one is the vanish? I'm trying to remember which one is the actual fucking vanish of it. Is it coming soon? It's not Will Tsai. God damn it. Maybe it might be coming soon. Yeah, click on coming soon. Are they seeing this?
That's what she said, yeah.
Okay. That's what I said. Very soon. So click on that. Oof.
You can put it down.
Right?
Put it down.
Oh. So this is his response to Will Tsai's video. Right?
Ooh, that was clean.
Right? So the issue at hand here is Will Tsai, through Sans Minds, then produced a trick called the Godly Vanish, which looks exactly like this. And that came out, I think, a couple of days ago. So the issue here that Nicholas Lawrence has is that they essentially saw this and they decided to put it out. Now, my thing is, I don't think they're the same. Because Nicholas Lawrence right now has been saying that he's been working on a gimmick with Penguin Magic. The trick that they put out, which is the Godly Vanish, it's ungimmicked. It requires a little bit of a prep to the card, right? Mm-hmm. It requires a little bit of prep to the card, but it's not a gimmick that you manufacture.
Yeah.
So Nicholas Lawrence is pending coming out with his version because he's waiting on a quality check on the gimmicks, as long as as per what he said on Instagram. So what I'm confused here is if Will Tsai and they put it out through this Russian kid, then what's the actual? If the method's the same that Nicholas has, mm-hmm. That's the issue. If it's the same as the one that's taught, that would be an issue per se. But is it really first to publish here? Is that, I think, what we're dealing with? It's first to publish because Nicholas Lawrence put this out in 2018. He put the idea out and he put that video of him doing a his method for that. The method that they put out now is the same shit.
Yeah.
It looks the same. So there's a lot of hullabaloo there. But Sans Minds has had a history of being kind of shady when it comes to their shit. Nicholas Lawrence has somewhat of a, he has a good reputation. So I don't know whose side here, So it's definitely a virgin beef. But the timeline is Wolf's side posting a video, 2017. Nicholas Lawrence posting his video, early 2018. And then them coming out with this effect, 2020. So that's kind of the timeline.
It's kind of weird. It's super virgin-y, first of all.
Can I do it?
Go.
I can't.
It wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad.
A little bit of a flash.
It's just weird, man, because I think it's like fucking two virgins just fighting it out, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but he is accusing.
But I think one of the things that he said was, yours was CGI, mine's was sleight of hand. You know what I mean? And I think that was interesting.
I can't do it. Fuck. But it's a lot of beef, you're right. But
it's a lot of stupid beef, right? Because one's like, hey, bro, you're CGI, and I created a gimmick for it.
Well, yeah. Yeah, the point is that he put this out and then he came up with an actual sleight of hand. And his beef is against CGI magic as a whole. So his beef is like, yeah, you're not really a fucking magician because you're using,
So do you think the conversation is more of CGI magic versus gimmick?
For him, yeah.
For Nicholas?
Well, not gimmick versus actual magic methods.
Okay, so then what's your thought on that?
I think it's a gay topic. That's a very
get laid, guys. Come on,
virgin topic. No, I mean, it's two different perspectives, And Will Side doesn't consider himself a magician, as we mentioned. He considers himself a visualist, and that could have its own definition. And his definition,
Nicholas.
Will Side.
Side, okay.
He considers himself a visualist per se. That's the term that he gave for himself.
Okay.
And that could entail CGI stuff, like Zach King, like the Viner. Right?
Yeah.
That King, that he's not a magician. He's just, really good at fucking editing and coming up with all these ideas. So it's that same thing. Would you consider that magic tricks? Some people would, right? As a matter of fact, if you look,
but what if you do both?
Tricks,
I mean, if you do both, would that then be an scapegoat? Like saying, look, bro, I do both CGI and real magic.
Well, yeah.
Would that be, because in that way you could defend it?
You're super virgin at that point. At that point, you are irredeemable when it comes to getting pussy. Lost Stars having a sale. Go buy Big Brother, says Brian. I can't believe that teachers have to buy their own supplies. Is that even a thing in a first world country? They get a
just don't get high on your own supply, though.
No, they get a refund.
Do they get a refund?
Yeah, I bought at least,
Not all teachers, homeboy. See, that's a privilege school that you work for.
Yeah, that is. But at the same time, supplies in a sense of what? Like, what defines supplies? Like, oh, you have to buy markers?
Yeah. Like, I have a teacher that I have a lot of teacher friends. They all buy their shit. Because I think their, total budget's $200 for the year. So it's just the rest of the stuff she has to buy.
Yeah, but I don't get what... I mean, yeah, some shit obviously should be provided, but at the same time, I don't fucking see the issue with that. Like, if I had to buy my own markers...
She spends a few $1,000s a year, bro, on shit.
But is that what she teach?
She is a elementary school teacher.
I maliciously don't like elementary school teachers. Because it's like, oh yeah, you're stressed out from teaching, from teaching the number 4. Okay, Oh guys, yeah, my lesson plan was really rough today. Today, what do? We did the number 4.
1, 2,
guys,
2 slaps.
Let's write down 4. 4 is not 3. We covered that yesterday, guys. All right,
fucked up.
4 is a different number. I told you when I was younger and in kindergarten. I think I told you this before.
Damn, Brian threw out a good one. Police can have tanks, but teachers have to buy their own supplies. Conversation over, son.
Police have tanks?
Hello?
Is that the police or is that a different...
No, son. I think all the surplus gets given to the cops.
Oh, for the army surplus?
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Police have tanks, but teachers have to buy their own markers. No, police have to buy their own tanks. All training materials should be supplied. Imagine being a car salesman and they tell you that you have to use your own car to sell cars. Well,
I use the Ferrari.
Right? That's funny. Wouldn't that be great? You come in, you're like, yeah, so I have a beater. I have a 2004 Ford Freestyle. So
I don't think I have any politician friends.
Scooper, yeah, I as a teacher, I didn't care about you buying my own shit. Better that way because then it's my shit, right? So one of the things I remember, we always had beef with markers So I didn't like this particular teacher, and I never brought markers because I was a fucking vagrant, and they put me in 8 different fucking classrooms because they wanted to fire me. So I remember telling students to go to this particular teacher and be like, hey, could you
steal the markers?
Asking for markers, but tell them that it's for this other teacher and not for me.
That's funny.
I wouldn't return them. Fuck you, motherfucker, talking shit about me.
Bitch.
So it's that little snark thing that you would do to other people. And then the best part is they would approach. So that teacher would talk to the...
What?
What were you doing?
Oh, I'm looking at this G-Shock watch. Sorry.
You're looking at a G-Shock watch.
Sorry. I want to make sure it was solar. If it was solar, I might have copped. But it's not solar.
At a G-Shock watch.
But it's not solar, so I'm not going to cop.
Primary school could be rough. 6-year-old kid tried to cut another kid in the neck with safety scissors. That's the kid that you that's the one that you put in the closet. I remember when I was younger, I got in trouble.
They put you in the closet?
They put me in the closet. Yeah.
For what?
For this is the worst part.
7 minutes in heaven?
No, that would have been rape because I was put with the security guard.
Ooh.
So I remember
that explains a lot.
So first you're looking at fucking watches when I'm trying to talk to you and get your fucking attention. And then the other, you know what? I shouldn't expect to tell you anything. This is my fault. It's my fault, honestly. Because I'm here like, no, let me have a conversation with Daniel in the hopes that he's going to say something. And then that could lead into like a productive conversation. No, because even if you were paying attention, you would say something retarded. Fuck.
Oh,
fuck. Okay. Fuck. Now you got me upset. Primary school. Okay. So
it sounds like you're always upset.
Yeah, because okay. What was it that I was telling you that you were distracted by fucking watches now, Daniel? You don't remember because you were looking at if the watch was solar.
Markers. Students.
It was a petty. Yeah, I was talking about a petty situation.
See, bitch.
With that. Okay, so you have paid attention. Fuck. Was this primary school teachers could be rough? I was gonna mention something on that. Public schools literally have to do fundraisers to get shit like projectors. Yeah, but okay. I guess that's I guess you're complaining the argument that cops get too much funding and teachers get too little funding. But here's my opinion as a former teacher: teachers get paid way too much. I think teachers
when you go to when you work for privileged schools,
yeah, private school teachers get paid less.
I didn't say private. I didn't say private. It's a privileged school because Miami High for sure did not get paid fucking.
What did they get paid?
I don't know, but those teachers were
the same shit. The Miami-Dade County has a set fucking.
But like, there's a difference. See, you were saying 30 students. Imagine you need more shit, dude. I think my class were like 40 students, bro.
Because your 50. Total fucking population size was 6,000.
Yeah, dude.
So yeah, obviously you're gonna have 40 fucking kids in a class. If you didn't, it would be impossible. As a matter of fact, 40 is fucking like that's a great number. If you're bitching about 40 kids in a class with 5,000 students total.
Yeah, bro. I'm saying the smallest class.
Teachers get paid way too much, all right? Because you're working half the fucking year. You're getting paid adequately, I think. As a matter of fact, I'm saying this as a former educator. I think I got paid adequately, considering I could have literally done anything else with my time, and I did. And I made effective use of my time to try to do something else. That's the show because you're fucking scrolling through Amazon. What are you looking at? What are you scrolling through?
I'm here at the fucking studio mode. I'm fixing the cameras.
Are you? Really?
Yeah.
Yeah?
You want to see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see. I swear to God. I fucking swear to God. Why were you looking at fucking watches then, Daniel?
I'm not looking at watches, look.
You were looking at watches.
I'm not looking at watches.
Okay, but why were you looking at watches?
Oh, because I was on YouTube, and then the screen shrunk, and there's a watch. Look, literally right there. I wasn't scrolling. It's literally... You need Jesus.
Thank you guys for watching this show.
Tell them about the merch.
A great experience. We're going to be selling this shirt soon enough. We're going to be selling this shirt. We have a couple issues with it, but once we solve those issues, we'll be selling you this lovely shirt that you could wear and show others that you happen to listen to the worst fucking podcast of all fucking time, where it's a short man gets angry at retarded older person. You're not even that much older than me. I don't even know how.
I'm quite older than you are, dude.
So thank you guys for watching this fucking abysmal show. I do appreciate your patience. I hope you appreciate mine. We're gonna be here maybe Saturday. I'm hoping to get Russian Genius. Talk to the Russian Genius. That's what I'm hoping.
Tag Ham Radio on all of his posts.
He's not posting a lot. So that's what we're gonna do. I really do appreciate you guys for having a lot of patience. when it comes to dealing. Especially sober Daniel's bad. Tipsy Daniel.
I'm not even tipsy. Dude, we had the lunch that we had. I could drink fucking 10 gallons of alcohol and still be good.
Okay, but when it comes to hard liquor,
This is Maker Smart, dog. You saw how much ice we had? I'm so hydrated right now.
hydrated.
I'm so hydrated right now. It's not even funny.
Thank you guys.
That's it? That's all you're going to say?
Stay tight.
You're not going to like...
Follow us on our social media, hamradio.show. If you go to hamradio.show, which is our website, you're going to find everything. You're going to find everything there. And soon enough, you're going to find our merch there. That's going to be hot. You could go around telling people that you're retarded too. So thank you guys for sticking around.
If y'all got Adderall, let me know what's up, dog.
You don't need Adderall.
I'll gladly take Adderall. Oh, dude. You ever fucking gamed on Adderall?
You need...
Hold on, my dude. Have you ever played video games on Adderall?
No, this is a very specific scenario. Not everyone does what you do, Daniel.
12 hours. We can finish 12 hours just nonstop fucking.
I'm glad you're taking focus pills for retards as...
That's not for retards, dude.
It's for people that can't focus.
Yeah, it's not retards.
It's ADHD. Everyone has ADHD, Daniel. Everyone has ADHD.
Yeah.
If you're a kid and you're diagnosed with ADHD, you're being diagnosed with kid disorder.
Yeah.
That's what that is. Oh, you have a hard
But for
time.
gaming, it's a fantastic drug,
so you're
dude.
taking advantage. You're essentially taking meth to game.
Speed.
Thank you guys for watching the show.
Let's see. Gary.
That makes sense.
Yay, a magazine!